It only takes one bad decision to change your world forever. Getting behind the wheel after you've been drinking is one of them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Learn more at NHTSA.gov. That's NHTSA.gov. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
Celebrating 30 years of AmeriCorps in Arizona looks like more than 27,000 members, 29 million hours served, nearly 75 million in scholarships, millions of lives changed. When you sign up for AmeriCorps in Arizona, you make a difference. Also, earn a living stipend, plus education scholarships. Join the movement by signing up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. But I think he's going to be back Monday. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And we are one exact week away from our big party out at Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace for our fantasy football draft. That's right, the Daily Blender fantasy football leagues are getting sorted. Still a lot of confusion. But we're getting it sorted. But next Friday, we're going to have our remote broadcast from 3 to 6 p.m. And then at 7 p.m., doing the draft. That's right. All Blender leagues will draft on Friday at 7 p.m., except for the Premier League. We're going to do it the next day on Saturday because, well, Keon is in there. I'm in there. Ralph's in there. And we got to be doing stuff there at the remote. So we won't be in the right brain to draft. So we'll just draft the next day. That's what we're going to do there. But as for the rest of you, come on out to Dave & Buster's and join us. Have some fun. And by the way, if you're out of state, if you're out of town, if you're out of your mind, you don't have to come to the thing to draft. It's going to be an online draft no matter where we are. We're just going to do the online draft, hanging out together, heckling each other, seeing how drunk Boogie gets, because Boogie always shows up at the thing and is legendary.
He absolutely is.
So
Iconic
it's just,
even.
Yeah. What's that?
I said iconic even.
Oh, yeah. And then Donnie has started to show up at these things and in his own way be legendary. So all the way around, come on out next Friday if you can to the Tempe Marketplace at Dave & Buster's. And listen, if you need the information, the address, or whatever, go to 1580thefanatic.com. Click on the link right there on the front page, and you'll get the information to plug into your MapQuest or whatever you're using. Also, there at 1580thefanatic.com, if you haven't done it yet, that's a good time to do it, and that is get yourself hooked up. Get yourself hooked up for the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em contest. All the information is right there. I mean, right next to it. You got the Dave & Buster's link, and you got the NFL Fan Pick'em contest link. And listen, you can win $1,580 for first place prize if you get into that thing and if you win. And then a second place prize diamond tennis bracelet from Diamond Dave's Desert Wholesale Diamonds. That's huge for a second place prize. And then Kasai Japanese Steakhouse has got your $50 weekly winner prizes. You just go to 1580thefanatic.com and join up, fill it out, get it done, and get yourself into the system so you can pick. We had 350 people do it last year, but then we've changed platforms. So now there's 95 people in there. I don't know. You guys should be mad at me right now. You should be mad at me for promoting this because, basically, the more people who go in there, the less likely you are to win the prize. So really, you guys should be doing everything you can to distract me, to get me to not promote this thing. But, don't be a jerk. I mean, other people should have a chance. I mean, hell, if you're really good at doing NFL picks, you shouldn't care how many people are in there. So whatever the case, get over there to 1580thefanatic.com and get yourself sorted out. All right. Am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Sitting here, I just did the fantasy football draft, which is next. Oh, by the way, if you want to play fantasy football with us and you haven't sent in an email, you should, because we're running out of time. As soon as fake Andy Reid gives us our draft order, I got to go in and set all that stuff. So we got to get this thing sorted. And I've got most of the leagues sorted. There's a couple of them still, somebody says, hey, I want to be in the league. And I put them in there, but they didn't show up yet. Stuff like that. This is very time consuming. Getting the season started. Once it's started, it's not so bad. But so if you haven't yet and you want to play fantasy football with the Daily Blender, send an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Let me just set you straight. You will not immediately be in the Premier League with us. You have to earn your way to that. We got 14 different leagues right now. We can create another one if we have to. But, you'll be in with some of the super fans of the Fourth Dimension. Every time I go into one of these leagues, I see the names. You'll recognize some people that you heard here on the radio. And you win that league, then you have a chance to get into the Premier League. So you just get in there, play some fantasy football with us. Blender@1580thefanatic.com. It's free to play, but you could win $100 if you win your league. You can win $250 if you move up and win the Premier League. And by the way, I got the delivery today of 2 blenders on my front doorstep that I got to take out and paint gold. Mm-hmm. My wife, then she puts the stuff inside. So there's fish and footballs. They're fake. I'm not going to give you like stank fish. Yeah. But it's, we're making the trophies. Going to do that this weekend. Have them ready for next Friday. Moist one, he gets the trophy, but he gets 2 plaques on it that says that he won because he won the Premier League twice. And then Ziggy, who won it last year, we're making his as well. So 2 trophies will be made and ready to go when we show up at the Dave & Buster's on Friday. Of course, I haven't opened the box yet. As you know, when people deliver stuff, sometimes you hear a giant thud at the front door and you're like, oh God, were those blenders plastic or glass?
And did they throw it at your doorstep from the truck?
FedEx does every time. FedEx is the worst. Those packages come at velocity.
Yeah, there's some driver in the truck that thinks he's Justin Herbert, just flinging it at your door.
Oof. Lost Toby says, make that 96 participants. All right, there you go, Lost Toby. By the way, I sent you a text. Would you please respond to that? Because I'm still trying to sort out your league too. Wilbur says, when I win the NFL weekly pick'em competition this year, does it mean I'm also the comeback player of the year? Yeah, well, if you win, it's just blind luck.
That's me. That's me. It's funny, but it's me.
It's only 3:07. Walter Mellon says, you said enough already, Jeffrey. Let it go. No more pick contest talk already, okay? Can't promise anything.
Yeah, that's just not how things work in radio, man. We repeat stuff all the time.
King of Kitten says he selects with his first pick Eric Dickerson. There's a lot of people who want to. It's just not going to happen. Donnie, you texting me that you're in is not an email. For God's sakes, if you don't want to get kicked out of your league, send an email saying that you are actually playing. He sent an email, said some nonsense. I even asked, does this mean you're playing? What the hell are you emailing me? Don't be obtuse, Donnie. Get in there and make it official or else I'm deleting you. Chief Skull says, Jeffrey, I just tuned in. Missed that announcement. What date and time is the draft and where at? I just said all that stuff, man. Now I got to say it all again. Okay, here we go. The draft party next Friday, Tempe Marketplace. Dave and Buster's will broadcast live from 3 to 6 p.m. Get a little dinner, and then at 7 p.m., we're drafting the leagues, except for the Premier League, which will draft the following day at 1 p.m. So that is the basic info for you, Chief Skull. Fifth letter says, hey, did you get my email? I was having issues with my personal email. I get so many, Fifth letter. Do me a favor. Go get into your league. If you can get into your league, then we're good. If you can't, send me another email so I'll even know what you're talking about. Let's see. Lost Toby says, okay, now what? I just emailed.
Well, now you wait.
Yeah, because I can't do anything when I'm on the air.
He's working right now. It's gonna take some time.
Is anyone else out there running 14 leagues? I'm not asking to be obnoxious. I'm just curious.
I genuinely believe this. You are the busiest fantasy football commissioner in America.
Oh, there's got to be somebody else probably doing more.
Like doing more than 14 leagues and running them?
Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe, or somebody else is doing it for someone like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an intern is doing it for some other radio show, maybe.
Okay, that's true.
What other host out there is doing this? That's the question.
Zero. I would bet zero.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. King Kitten says, did you guys hear about the FedEx driver who threw a 50-pound package over a locked gate and it landed and killed some old lady's little dog?
Oh, my God.
That is horrible. That is horrible. Yeah, I didn't talk about this, but I don't know, it was a week or two ago. So it's one of those things where I'm like, am I the jerk? Am I the jerk because I ordered dog food from Chewy and it was like a 50-pound bag? You see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
Part of it is don't offer it for delivery if it's not something that can be delivered. But then I do feel for the driver. I do feel bad for the driver. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's got to lug that thing. My wife and I, we walked out of the house. They didn't put it in the part where the camera would get it because the box was already destroyed. Like just it was just a big mound of cardboard with a bag of dog food on top of it. Like it had fallen apart in the truck, and they're just like, the hell with it, and threw it down. Oh no! Part of me was mad, but the other part of me was like, come on, man.
I get it.
That's not how you deliver this.
You don't have to do it that way. I mean,
at least try. Pretend to tape it back up. At least fold it a little bit. just fold it a little bit. Anyway. So I don't know. Maybe I'm the jerk, though. Maybe I am the jerk. Right?
I don't know that you're the jerk. You ordered a thing. I mean, they put it up for delivery, so you ordered it to be delivered.
That ruined somebody's day.
It did, but I
don't think we complain.
I don't think you personally ruined their day. I'm sure that and a bunch of other stuff did too. I mean, it's like a culmination of things.
And now I got this 50-pound thing. The hell with this. And then that's probably how that little dog got killed, because that guy at FedEx had just had enough.
Yeah.
This is great. Another 50-pound, and I can't even put it, and the gate's locked. Well, the hell with this.
I've never delivered a package or anything like that, but I delivered food for a while. I worked at a Domino's Pizza for a little bit, and you get enough, flack over the course of a day. You're stuck driving in your car all the time. Something can break you. And that's not necessarily the next customer's fault. It's just like a culmination of a lot of things that happen in a day.
Somebody got broke, so I didn't complain.
Yeah,
But
I
at
don't-
least the
I don't think that
bag
makes you a
wasn't
jerk.
punctured. The dog food bag was fine.
yeah.
That's all I really wanted.
So
But-
so you're good, but I don't think you're a jerk for
But he-
ordering it.
They put it just out of range of the camera on purpose because they didn't want to be on camera with
Yeah.
that destruction.
Going viral, destroying a delivery box. Yeah.
Bear Claw says, the more I listen to your show, the more I think your listeners are on crack. Butt crack. Well, that was just rude,
No.
Bear Claw.
Well, just
And you are also one of our listeners.
so
Just remember that.
do with that information what you will.
Lost Toby says, yeah, probably some intern is doing it at another show. Yeah, but I'm a control freak. I'm not a control freak. I just like to make sure everything gets done right.
And this is kind of a thing with a lot of moving parts. Don't give it to an intern if you can't trust an intern to do it.
You people have no idea how many moving parts I juggle on a daily basis without this.
I have some idea, and I do not envy your job. You just don't. And you can keep it.
Damn. Fifth letter says, oh, all right. Show me your TDs is in League 7. Well, you say it like
I
it's
have
a bad
arrived.
I'm just trying to find out.
the trumpets to start playing.
Okay, but so was there a problem?
So if you're that means you're in then.
Yeah, I see you right there. You're right there.
So
But why you say it like it was a problem? Because I solved the problem. He went back and saw the email where I solved the problem. Now it's all good. Got it. Oaktown Destroyer says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Happy Friday, Jeffrey. I'm in League 2. Looking forward to kicking some butt. Hopefully moving up to that Premier League. Well, that's the objective. That's the hope, and good luck to you, my friend. Chief Skull says, Mrs. Chief Skull and I will be at the draft party. That's cool, man. Excellent. Silver Pop says, good afternoon, guys. Jeffrey, I'm currently a delivery driver, and people often request that their package be thrown over the gate or placed somewhere besides the front door. Now, if that was the case and the dog just happened to be in the way, well, that's on the owner. Just yesterday, I had a customer open their screen just as I was walking away, and their dog came out and tried to bite me. That is also on the owner, Silver Pops. But yeah, I mean, I understand. It's no fun for you guys when you show up someplace and you go, okay, what's the next box out of the back of the truck? Well, what the hell is this thing 60 pounds for? Oh, that would piss me off too. I would be like, this is bullcrap. T-Licious says, maybe I'm stupid, but how do I find the League 2? You're not in League 2, T-Licious. You are not in the... Oh, yeah, you are. No, you are. You're right. You are in League 2. How do you find it? There should be an invitation to it from NFL.com.
And then you just click on that link, follow the instructions, log
Mhm.
back in, maybe make a new password if you forgot yours, because I did.
Find the link that's in your email. Check your spam. If you don't have anything in either, let me know. Send me an email, and I will make sure and take care of you. Tiger Paws, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're all set. Lost Toby says, what do you do with moving parts in your spare time? Well, that's your business. I don't have any spare time. I'm on salary. All right. Can we start this show at some point?
I'd like to.
I started with these announcements and then it just we haven't even hit liftoff yet. So, by the way, today is National Rum Day.
Lovely.
Also National Roller Coaster Day. Probably don't do both at the same time.
I personally would not. Yeah. Or maybe do the rum after the roller coaster.
I mean, it'd be no fun for anyone below you. Even less fun for you if you did a loop-de-loop.
Yeah.
Just saying. You know what? Can't even get started now. Can't even get started. I got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, but it's going to get interrupted because we need to take a break. And what we need to do is come back and talk to Dylan Cohen, see what his new betting advice is, see how he did last night. And remember, if you want to play the home game and read up on his thoughts, you go to 1580thefanatic.com, scroll down on the right, and find Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. Click on that. And all that information is in there. And it's not just a couple of bets that he talks about, but it's also a bunch of long shot stuff. There's a bunch of just simple bets. There's like a parlay thing in there. Lots of good information. And it's not just Keon. Some other people have said, yeah, I'm making some money off this dude. So, he had a litlittle rough start. Not going to lie to you.
He did. I do think it helped that he started to put a lot of other bets to consider too, because like his record on those has been pretty good.
That was my idea.
And it was your idea.
That was my idea. But, because
you saved him from the fourth dimension.
Basically legendary for all these crazy parlays and stuff and all these other little bets and stuff that he does. So right now, though, even on his regular bets, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He has been doing a lot better lately on those, but
the sample size just had to get a little bigger.
Let me use a gambling term. If you go to 1580thefanatic.com and you click on his link, there's a lot of value in that click.
And it's free.
A lot of information.
It costs you nothing.
All right, let's take a break because this show ain't free. When we come back, it's Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
NFL Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud, the betting favorite to throw for more passing yards this season than anyone else. He is at plus 750 to lead that category. Kansas City QB Patrick Mahomes is plus 800. Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys plus 950. Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins plus 1,100 to lead the league in passing yards. Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals plus 1,200. Christian McCaffrey of the San Francisco 49ers is the betting favorite to lead the league in rushing. He is at plus 700. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts plus 750. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-488-2594. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-488-2594. That's 800-488-2594. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary. Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and it's time for Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. You can find his info at 1580thefanatic.com. So, Dylan, how did you do yesterday?
Well, this is panning out to be the most successful week in the short history of this segment. We ended up splitting the picks that we talked about on the air yesterday. But those additional other bets to consider that you had mentioned before, those went 7 out of 10 for the second time this week. And for the entire week so far, those bets, we have won 24 out of 39 in the other bets to consider. We're converting at a 61% rate, which is just incredible when it comes to sports betting.
Yeah, that's some stellar numbers. People think just because you come on here and you give a pick or an idea that if you don't get 100%, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But you have to remember, and we've told you guys this over and over, even the pros lose money sometimes. That's why they call it gambling. If it was guaranteed, what would the fun be in it? Except for I'd love a guaranteed win all the time, but then they wouldn't let you do it because then nobody made any money. So the fact that Dylan is killing it with the kind of accuracy that he is, you've got our respect.
Appreciate that. And I mean, truthfully, if you just do a Google search, if you look around and you try and find anyone else out there, any other media sites, radio stations, you name it, no one is doing this right now. There is no one out there that Monday through Friday is giving over 12 picks for free. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to pay any money for this. And these picks are good. We just needed things to kind of play out a little bit. It's a little rocky when we got things going on the show. Jeffrey had some great advice, started giving some additional picks every day. And here we are. We're killing it. We're making money. We're beating the book.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters is making that money. So let's see how you made some money last night. Let's hear all about it.
So yesterday, the two picks that we covered on the air, it was for Kalia Copper on the Phoenix Mercury to get over 22.5 points. And she went into Chicago last night, played against her old team for the first time since she got traded. And she just came out there on a mission. I mean, she had 10 points alone in the first quarter, 18 by halftime. So, this bet ended up hitting really early in the third quarter. Copper, came there with a purpose and, she let everyone know, what kind of a score that, they lost. So, that was really great to see. The other pick was for De'Erica Hamby on the Los Angeles Sparks to score at least 20 points in their game against the Liberty. Truthfully, I thought the Sparks are going to be a lot more competitive in this game. They really seem to kind of rise to the occasion whenever they play like an elite team at home. That's not what happened. The Sparks got absolutely demolished. They lost by 35 points. They only had 10 points in the first quarter. Hamby didn't even get her first points until the second quarter. She finished with 14. But just the way that they started that game, it was not, the way that she needed to start to be able to hit her points. We lost that one. But again, that other bets to consider section yesterday, there were 10 different player props just on various WNBA players, and we won 7 out of 10 of those. And if you go to 1580thefanatic.com and you check out the Beat the Book page for today, there's another set of 10 picks for other bets to consider. So make sure you check those out because at the rate that those are hitting, it's just a missed opportunity if you're not betting on them.
You ever see the movie Predator?
Of course.
You remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger sees what's the guy's name? Oh God, help me out. Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers. Remember when he sees him in the movie, and then what does he say? Dylan, you son of a bitch! And then he shakes hands with him. Do you remember that?
With the bicep flex,
right?
Yeah.
The meme, yes.
Hefty Lefty just sent that to you. I think
I'm gonna take that as confirmation that Hefty Lefty is tailing the Beat the Book picks.
All right, so what do we got in store for the weekend, Dylan?
So for the weekend, I've got a couple of picks I want to go over. The first one is going on tonight This is the Phoenix Mercury playing again at the Indiana Fever. So this is another matchup of Diana Taurasi and Caitlin Clark. I've got a whole write-up on this on the 1580thefanatic.com website, so make sure you check it out. Do not get caught up in the players and, the fact that Phoenix Mercury did so well yesterday. With these back-to-backs in the WNBA, I do feel like they're a bit more profound. They just don't deal with this dynamic of playing two games so close to each other as frequently as they do in the NBA. And with the Mercury this year, in the two back-to-backs that they've had, they have lost the second night of each back-to-back. So they're coming into Indiana tonight tired. The Fever are rested. This is going to be their first game since the All-Star break. Look for the Fever to win this game pretty easily. You could even look to play the Fever on the spread. I think it's very possible that they end up winning by 10 or more points just by being the fresher team in this matchup.
All right. So so that's here. Is that a home game?
That's not here. That is in Indiana.
All right.
But I believe they do have one more home game here before the season's over. And, what's funny, too, is in the home game that they played here, Caitlin Clark is just such a dynamic figure that, they're not Mercury home games when they play in Phoenix. They're pretty much Fever home games. That's how many people Caitlin Clark brings out.
Well, I was really just surprised that Keon was still sitting here. I would have figured that if it was Caitlin Clark playing the Mercury, he'd have weaseled out of work somehow.
I would have found a way.
All right,
I got to figure out a way to join him next time.
You got any baseball stuff for us this weekend?
Yes. So we're going to go back to the Houston Astros. They've been really good to us this whole week, and they are taking on the best possible team that you can look to face while you have the home field advantage, and that is the visiting Chicago White Sox. So it's been a theme on this segment. We know how bad the White Sox are this year. We know how bad they are, especially on the road. They are going to have Garrett Crochet pitching for them today. And Crochet, for as great of a season as he did have in the first half of the year, the second half since the All-Star break has been pretty terrible for him. In his last start, he got shelled so bad. He gave up 4 home runs and he got pulled pretty early. He has not won a game in the second half of the baseball season since the All-Star break. So I think it's pretty safe to just continue to count on the Houston Astros and their win streak. They're up to 8 games now on their winning streak. They're going to look to make it 9 games after tonight. And going forward throughout the weekend, they play again on Saturday and Sunday. You can look to play the Astros money line tonight, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right. So CK, by the way, CK wants to call you DC. Does anybody call you DC?
Lots of people do. That's totally fine.
All right. So CK says, DC, used your live extra base hit with the Phillies and it hit twice. Then saw Schwarber over under 3.5 pitches, and I took that over. Thanks for the advice.
Beautiful. And just, whenever you're watching any of these baseball games, you'll notice it, especially if, baseball is something you're familiar with and it's not your very first game watching. But whenever you see a team getting on a roll and all of a sudden the hits start flowing, that's your sign to start looking at some of these live betting props, and take advantage of the moment. I've continued to play that live special prop that I talked about yesterday. I won a little bit of money in the Twins game this morning. I won some money on the Dodgers and Brewers game yesterday. So especially with the Diamondbacks going up against the Rays today, the pitcher for the Rays, this is going to be his first game back in about a month. He's been injured. So very good chance that he comes into this rusty. We know how hot the Diamondbacks have been hitting right now. So that's something I'm going to be looking to play, live as I'm watching the D-backs game in a little while.
So sometimes the inspiration comes up for some live betting. Do you ever tweet or Instagram out like a sudden idea you had where you get like, ooh, I got to share this with everybody?
I actually do. So make sure you follow the Instagram account, and that is at Beat the Book Fanatic, all spelled out. And if you go to my story right now, you're going to see a nice 3-leg parlay that I happened to put in about an hour or two ago. And it's a play that I have won for the last, I believe, 3 days now. But if you take D-backs, Padres, and Astros on a 3-leg parlay, that's been a really solid play for me. And that's something that I shared with all my followers. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. There will be little tidbits here and there. If I see something in the moment, I feel good about it and I want to share it, with the Fourth Dimension and anyone else that follows me, I'm going to put it up there.
Chief Skull is on the text line, says, what does DC think of money line for Diamondbacks versus Rays?
Well, if you go to the 1580thefanatic.com website, you take a look at my picks today, that is the very first one listed under other bets to consider. And the other bets to consider are winning on a 61% rate so far this week. So those are all, the bets that I put under other bets to consider, there's thought that goes into them. I'm just not going to sit here and write a novel about every single one. But the same way that I do give a lot of analysis about the two picks, I could give just as long of an explanation for all those other bets to consider. So there is thought that goes into that. There is research that goes into it. I'm not just spitballing. There's a reason why those picks are converting at such a high level right now.
Yeah, there you go, Chief Skull. Go to 1580thefanatic.com, scroll down on the right, find Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen, and your answer lies there. Dylan, have a great weekend, and thanks for all the great advice. We'll see you Monday, man.
See you Monday. Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, take it easy. 888-368-1580. I don't know anything well enough that I would go on another show and give advice. I don't know. What would I give advice about? Smart assery? I don't have
probably cars.
I know a lot about. I could probably get in on a car show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I could probably do it. Like Randy could do a grilling show. I've been bugging him to do that for years.
It would be amazing, by the way, if he did that.
I mean, I'm a pretty good griller. He's an expert one.
That's why he's the grill master general.
I know my cars. I do know my cars. Man, that just made me sad. You never met Napa Mike. Napa Mike was a part of the show in the past. We lost him a bunch of years ago, and I would have loved to have done a show with him. Did you meet him? I
never met him, but I've heard about him, which I think speaks to the kind of person he was, because everyone's got good stuff to say about the guy.
Yeah, I love that guy. When you say gone too soon, that really did apply to Napa Mike. He would come on and we would have fun with it. Like, we had a certain co-host who didn't know anything about cars. And so I had Napa Mike bring in parts every week going, okay, just guess what this might be.
He could probably do that with me, to be honest.
He never got him right.
Not one?
Never got him right. Not even close. I think I missed one because I'm like, I've never had a car where I've needed to even mess with that part of the car. I don't even remember what it was. It was also like a foreign part. I'm like, that's not fair.
Yeah. You're an American car guy.
That's not fair. But
you're a muscle car guy at that.
If I were going to do a car show, I'd get Randy on there. I'd get Napa Mike on there. And then, now this wouldn't be like Cars with Chubby Guys. Coffee with Chubby, or what was that show used to be called? Cars with Chubby Guys and some coffee. Well, no, used to be a show here. We wouldn't do it like that. We would just do a fun car show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't need to bring coffee into it.
The coffee is just extra, I think.
We bring into it whiskey. That's what it'd be.
There you go.
Although the car show and whiskey, is that a bad mix?
It could be a bad mix if you start getting to parts of the car that may be a little tough to pronounce, and then by the end of the show, you're a little.
We're not going to be doing drunk driving or nothing.
No.
It's a manly show. But I don't know. What would your expertise be in? That you were like going to go on a show and they're like, hey, we got Keon Rose to tell us about something.
I have no idea. Because I don't know. I'm like I'm an all-rounder kind of person. I like to know a little bit about everything. So I don't know if I have any particular thing I know a lot about.
You could fit in on any show.
I think so.
I wonder if the Fourth Dimension, I am curious. If you had to be an expert about anything, what are you the most expert about? Not you, Moist One.
Because we already know.
The most expert about? You don't even have to be the best at it. I'm just saying, if you are an expert about anything, I'm wondering what it is. Curious. I'm just curious about you guys. I'm sure that'll go away pretty quickly after some of your horrible responses come.
But for now.
But yeah, it just does make me a little bit curious. That's all. So, yes, what are you an expert in? 888-368-1580. We got to take a break. When we come back, I got a bunch of sports stuff to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size. Because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better than cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
Getting behind the wheel after drinking could change your world. Bobby here had a great time at the party and thought he was good to drive home. Now, Bobby's facing jail time, an upset wife, disappointed parents, and up to a $10,000 fine. It only takes one bad decision to change your world forever. Getting behind the wheel after you've been drinking is one of them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Learn more at NHTSA.gov. That's NHTSA.gov. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the six-pack? Bingo. That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. My wife is wondering why I don't go ahead and bet my picks since I'm pretty damn good at the NFL Fan Pick'em contest. And listen, why did Samson not want to cut his hair? The minute I do that, I'll never win another week. I'll never win another anything. I'll lose the house. That's just in the back of my head. Now, that's probably dumb thinking. I probably could, like Dylan was saying, as long as you're doing in the 60 to 65% zone, you're doing pretty good.
I mean, there are a lot of bettors who would tell you as long as you're 51%, as long as you're winning more than you're losing, you're headed in the right direction.
I just put $1 and I'd only lose, or at least have a possibility of losing 16 games, $16 a week. I do $1 on each one. $1 on the picks. Right?
Yeah.
And then some of them probably, if you're just doing straight up pick, that means you're betting the money line. I wouldn't make as much on the obvious picks, but I might make some money on the upset picks.
Right.
And I don't even think about that. I don't look at the odds. When I go and I pick from the hip. I do it from the gut. and just from stuff we talk about on the show.
Yeah, I don't think you should look at the odds when you're making your picks.
Nope.
That seems, yeah, like when we're talking about it and breaking it down, then that stuff comes up. But when I initially just make the pick, now the odds can't be factored into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's, if you want to do any betting after, sure. And actually I like to do my picks before I do my bets so that they're not
right.
So
you're not influenced by value.
Yeah.
Former co-hosts would say, I'm going to go ahead and pick this. He was horrible at picks because he was always picking on value on what the money line was. And I'm like, dude, win or lose. That's what we're doing. You are not betting with me. You're losing the picks contest. That's what's happening.
Oh, no.
Never got that through his thick skull. Anyway, CK says that Keon would be an expert in feminine studies. Oh, feminist studies.
I don't know if I'd be an expert.
He is well versed,
but I've read.
Keon sometimes is the conscience on the show when it comes to certain things, because I'll start chasing the funny, and Keon will reach up and grab me by the belt and go, "Hold on."
Yeah, the guy that Sean McVay pays to keep him off the field.
Exactly.
Like, hey,
whatever that's called.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's Keon. He's got my my toddler leash. He's like, "Oh, come on." And he's right. I listen. Halfy Lefty says, sneakers, home cooking, useless trivia. I'm a genius in all those things that could be used for small talk.
Seems like you'd be great on a game show.
I feel like sneakers is useless. That's kind of the useless information to me. Why does everybody get so crazy about sneakers?
They're
shoes.
I mean,
put them on.
If you like them, you like them. I mean, I don't know.
I guess whatever you like, that's your thing. I'm not going to
just
kink shame you.
I just don't know how to talk about it. Personally,
So there's a shoe, and there's a place where your foot goes in.
It's like outside, beyond the color of the shoe, which is all I really care about.
Sometimes it squeaks when you walk. Nuts. Well, here's our list of 10 shoes that make noise when you walk. What are you doing? I don't know how you could do a show on that. Big George says, Dylan Cohen's a betting genius. Thank you, Dylan, for allowing me to buy my house back after betting away based on the advice of a previous degenerate gambler co-host. Oh, you're so full of crap.
Yeah, right.
Chosen One says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I'd say I could be on a show about solar, fantasy football, maybe even travel. Travel. I think we have a travel show on Money Radio in the morning, on the weekends.
Oh, do we?
Never heard it.
Me neither.
But I know it's there. I feel comfort knowing it's just there. Sir Drives a Lot says, Keon is the get back coach. Yeah. Is that what they call him? The get back. Cheese Skull says, I am an expert in napping. God, I wish I could do that. Do you know how I can't nap?
You can't nap.
I can't.
Oh man.
There is a rare occasion where I'll be sitting on the couch on a Sunday watching football, and I'll start to I'll nod off and start snoring. Very rarely, but in general, I can't intentionally nap. I can't go into, as long as it's light out, I can't. Now, my wife is a very positive, happy, smiley person, so that means we don't have blackout curtains in our bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't have the ability for me to walk in here and be in a different universe and actually be able to go to sleep. I'm not even sure if I could, but there's no way I'm ever going to find out in this house, because it's all, windows are open and blinds are open and sunlight is coming in. And I'm just like, you're killing me, lady.
It looks like the beginning of a Disney movie.
I'm like, wow, man, if she'd have seen some of my previous apartments, the living room and the area out there, that's nice. And then once you walk in through the bedroom doors, you're like, it's a frightening cave. It's like, those tours they take you where the stalagmites and stalactites are.
It's like, there's no sunlight down here. Don't wander too far from the group.
I'll block that crap right up. Supergirl says, fashion, football, and relationships. You're an expert in relationships, are you?
Well, I suppose if you're in a good one.
Like yours or other people's? Supergirl. Are you like a therapist where you can give great relationship advice? Or are you just good at your own relationships? In fashion, yeah, I couldn't do that. Could you? I don't think either of us could do that.
Not
right?
well. No.
Yeah. Football, we're in with you on that. But relationships,
Yeah, I do all right.
You know,
I don't know if I could give advice, but
here was my line from anytime I'm single. It's like, well, if somebody wants some relationship advice from me, I'd be like, hey, you need to understand something. I have a lot of really nice first dates. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not the person you should be talking to about this.
That's fair.
Oh God. I used to I am not making this up. What I'm about to tell you is an absolute true story. This is not the comedian saying, hey guys, true story, and then saying something that's not true. This is a true story. Many years ago, way back in the day, around 2003, when I was doing this over at KXAM. And so I'm there, and I don't know why. What about this face says, hey, come talk to me?
Nothing, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And so I had salespeople, people who worked at the radio station, everybody in the plant would come into my office. And I'm like, let me explain. I don't want to hear about your period. I don't want to hear about your ex-wife. I don't want to hear about your please, I'm working. Please don't bother me when I'm in here working. And they're like, you're just funny. They thought because I was just doing silly things on air that I was kidding. I wasn't. I don't. And it got so bad. People would come into my office and sit down, and it was just dragging so much of my time that I went out to a joke shop and I bought a pen and a stapler and some other things that will electrocute you. Because I also didn't like when people come in my office and just start grabbing things off my desk and going, yeah, this is cool. This is great. What's this? So I put a bunch of stuff that electrifies you, and I shocked so many people. And they still came in.
You can't stop a person that just wants to have a chat. That guy, you can't stop that guy. That guy's actually an unstoppable force in the universe. I don't know why.
Supergirl would sit there and talk to everybody and not get a damn thing done. She'd be an expert in relationships. I got a lot of things done after I started electrocuting people. T-Licious says he's an expert in baseball, basketball, football history, and trivia. Those are my jam, he says. I got a lot of useless factoids up in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I might have cured a disease, might have just done something amazing for science if I hadn't stored all that useless information up in there.
Instead, there's just 50 Jeopardy answers with no context.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, I could sit there and watch Jeopardy, and I feel like I could do pretty good on that show.
I believe that just from some of the conversations we have. Yeah.
And because of Scrabble expertise, I think I could do pretty good on Wheel of Fortune.
I believe that too. I'm okay at Scrabble for whatever reason. I should be better at Scrabble, but I'm not. I'm just all right.
Because of my, I guess, sort of grumpy personality, though, I don't think I'd ever get picked to be on the show. I'd say one snarky thing to a producer, and you're like, you can go home now.
Or your episode would just never be broadcast.
Would have been the best episode you'd ever heard, but okay.
Yeah, just lost to the archives.
Heffy Leffy says, you should have just constantly been ripping ass in your office, Jeffrey. I found that gets people to leave you alone. Yes, but a bunch of them were girls, and I can't do that on purpose in front of girls. I mean, kids, I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, I'll rip ass right in front of you. But as far as grown-ups go, no, I try to be a gentleman in that. But you're right. That would be a great way to do it. Quiet Cannon says, I am a student of the Bible. Greatest book ever written. Someday I would like to be an expert on the Bible. Why are you listening to this show?
It seems just seems a little, just like, unless you just enjoy the Bible, like just as a historical document, then okay, fine, I guess. But if you actually follow and observe the Bible, you might be lost. I don't know. Just it's possible.
Good for you, man. If that's your book, that's your jam.
Yeah.
That's great. But I'd be just saying, whenever
it's
somebody
a little surprising. That's all.
Whenever there's somebody listening and they get religious on me, I'm like, you're not supposed to be here. You're naughty. You're naughty. Quiet Cannon says, I said that because Keon, you asked what someone would like to be an expert on. Oh, no, we get that. We get that because we did ask that.
Yeah.
It's
just given some of the subject matter on this fine broadcast,
Quiet Cannon's like, I wouldn't need Jesus if it weren't for this show.
That's a good point. You know what? That's fair.
We have brought more people to God than anyone else. I feel so guilty here.
Yeah, people listen to this show in an afternoon and then just go, Sunday, I might need to change some things in my life, Find myself in a church.
Why am I here? All right, can we get to? I haven't gotten to one damn story in the entire hour.
We are pros at wasting time.
It's Friday though,
it just is one of those days. Just kind of.
So the NBA schedules came out, and of course LeBron James, who has worked for 17 consecutive Christmas days, he's always playing a game on Christmas. And if I were him, I'd be pissed because now it's like personal. Because now for an 18th consecutive Christmas, LeBron James is working. He'll be playing in the game from the Lakers to the Cavaliers, and there you go.
The two biggest days on the NBA calendar are opening night and Christmas. And LeBron's still a big draw. He's going to work on Christmas every day that he's still a professional basketball player.
So LeBron says, I won't be with my family on Christmas, unfortunately. They're not even here right now. They're in LA. And he says, actually, so we have no traditions. If I can get a home on a Christmas in a home game, well, maybe we'll have tradition. Guess what? This isn't. It's not a home game.
It's another road game.
This at least it's in the same. Oh no, it's not. Oh wait. Oh, I thought he was playing the Warriors. No, they're playing the. Wait, who are they playing? Yeah, there's the Warriors. At least it's in the same state.
Yeah.
But how far is LA from San Francisco? That's like a couple hours or something. Sir Drives a Lot says, "Le cry more, LeBron Bron." Oh, take it easy, man. It's about his family. CK says, back in my corporate life, I had the same issue, Jeffrey. So I placed 3 different herpes treatments on my desk, and boom, suddenly it all stopped.
just 3 bottles of.
I don't believe you. What were those treatments? Then I have to look up what they are to see if they verify it. So now forget it.
Yeah,
I don't want my wife to be like, "Why are you looking up herpes be gone? What's that all about?"
That's a good point. Because I don't know that she's going to buy. Look, it's just I put it on my desk and nobody wants to talk to me.
I just screenshot that text right there. I just swear to God, this is why.
Also, 6 hours and 50 minutes.
Holy God!
LA from San Francisco.
Keon, check that in a helicopter.
Oh,
not a car.
Flying. Okay.
He ain't gonna drive from San Francisco to LA.
Get on the team bus.
Bala 51, don't worry. I'll come give you a hand. The clues that you're looking for, that clue you're looking for is in the email that you got sent, the invitation. But if you don't find it, don't worry, man. I'll help you out. But
it's an hour and a half.
There you go. That's how they'll do it. Team plane.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Big George, I don't need the map. That's fine. All right. That is 1 hour of absolutely nothing down and 2 to go. But when we come back, we got more NBA stuff for you. We'll check in with the Arizona Diamondbacks, see how they're doing. And I got a bunch of football stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, How about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Celebrate over 100 years of America's original butcher and save 50% off site-wide during the Omaha Steaks anniversary sale. Plus, this special offer, get an extra $30 off at omahasteaks.com with promo code SIZZLE at checkout. For 5 generations, Omaha Steaks has brought endless flavor, variety, and value on premium proteins, sure to satisfy. But hurry, this offer won't last. That's omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE at checkout. Minimum purchase may apply.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
With Progressive, you get more than savings. You get access to us through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Jamie. Giving me all these ways to stay in touch so I have no excuse not to. Well, you're in luck, because this guy's in the market for a new BFF.
Actually, all our customers can contact us this way.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
But I am always up for Taco Pizza!
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Volunteer now. Help vulnerable and oftentimes overlooked children in Arizona. The Foster Care Review Board is a panel that advises our juvenile courts on the best interests of children in out-of-home care. Volunteer now. You can change the life of a child for the better. Visit azcourts.gov/volunteer to learn about the Foster Care Review Board. That's azcourts.gov/volunteer. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Supreme Court.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside not Randy White. Rumor has it he'll be back Monday, but we got Ralph from Harmon Solar with us right now. Keon Rose is in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Lost Toby's like, doesn't Ralph have a real job?
Not really.
He is expert at looking busy, but yet not doing any work.
I learned that from a lot of people, and I'm teaching Keon how to do it.
Oh, no, he's got it down.
It's a science, basically,
Just
at this point.
Here, you just look constipated. You're good. George just tipped me off, and the truth is, in the middle of the first inning, Diamondbacks up 2-0 over the Tampa Bay Rays. So, good, cool, good to see. Getting a little closer to those Dodgers every day. Ralph, what's going on? What's going on with your Dodgers lately?
Starting to get healthy finally. Thank God.
Thank
God.
And yet we're right here behind you.
Yeah, that's you guys are playing great, but
Padres are too. Padres and Diamondbacks threatening to dethrone the Dodgers.
And the Dodgers are like what, a game out of the best record in the NL, maybe the best record in baseball, right around there. I mean, and they've been so badly injured. But they got Betts back last week, and they're going to get Muncy back next week, and they're getting Yamamoto back the week after. I mean, it's starting to get healthy. So, feeling good about it.
Sir drives a lot. Why did you just text 17.5?
Oh, he's talking about the amount of games the Dodgers were going to win the division by. Remember, it was an over/under 17 or something like that.
So I guess that's not happening now, is it?
Never say never.
There's just not enough games left.
There still is. I mean,
there is
highly unlikely.
Yeah, it is mathematically, but realistically,
I'm gonna actually have to fire Mr. AZ Sports so I don't pay him his bet. So I'm okay with that. So next week will be his last
you still
week.
have to pay him the bet?
Yeah,
No, because I'll never talk to him again. So
just block him on everything and be like,
doesn't he know exactly where you live?
yeah, but my wife's
Okay.
a tough one.
That's
So-
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to Ralph's door to
That's
collect a
true.
bet if she's answering it.
Yeah, you ring the
I'm
doorbell. and-
I'm going to bring Pippi next week to the draft party.
Oh, cool.
awesome.
So I'll let you guys all mess with her. She'll take it.
She, yeah.
You might want to define what that means.
I'm just. They'll find out as they go home bruised.
Yeah, she is no one to be trifled with. Hey, we were just talking about it a little bit ago. LeBron James, for the 18th consecutive Christmas, has to work on Christmas Day. Why did they do that to him? I know why, ratings, but why do they? Come on, man.
You're the best player in the league. You're working on Christmas. That's just how it goes.
He'll be home in an hour, 20-minute flight. He'll be fine.
Yeah, the private flight. So
Even faster then, right? I mean, I wonder, are people going to look at him differently this year? Are they going to actually maybe like him more because of everything he did with Team USA?
no, they don't care. People don't
think
care.
so?
But that wears off so fast. Between now and the time the season starts, if you liked LeBron before, you like him. If you didn't like him before, you still don't like him.
I
It
feel
doesn't
like
matter.
The Olympics are just that window where players you normally don't want to root for or don't like to root for, you actually get to root for them, and it's okay. It makes sense. And then you can just let that go once the season starts again.
I feel like when people see them, like the way he was interacting with maybe their favorite player from their team, and how all they got along so well, maybe that gives them a. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I
If
kind of
you
like
see,
the guy.
You see some of the content too. Like everybody on that team looks up to LeBron because
Right.
he's been playing basketball so long. They all grew up watching him. It's really weird, but also kind of cool.
It's the same thing with politicians. If you even after a debate, even after this or whatever, after a rally or an interview, you like your guy, you don't like the other guy. And nothing that happens is probably going to change that.
Yeah, but the difference there when you watch a debate politically is they can't stand each other and they go off like that the whole
Well,
time.
That's just fun.
But
Yeah.
I know it's fun, but this is different because they all liked each other and they all respected each other, especially like Keon just said, they love LeBron. They look up to him.
Everybody's
know.
memories will come back, and
think
you're going to be
some
you're going to be
people might
like,
soften.
Flopper's back.
They might
Good.
soften a little bit. I mean, come on.
Hooray, LeBron.
Him and Durant are buddies. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe the Suns fans will.
I hate that. I hate that when it came out that this was a few years ago. When it came out, there was this famous video picture of Draymond Green, LeBron James, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, a bunch of famous people hanging together on jet skis, playing in the pool. And
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
that was like the Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony,
Yeah, what the hell,
LeBron
man?
James, Dwayne
that's
Wade.
the enemy.
That was the banana boat.
Yes. Why are you with the enemy?
That was the banana boat squad.
Get away from him. I mean, and then that you find out they're all pals and stuff. It's just during the season they do battle and then they're all pals. I don't know. Part of me still just doesn't like that. Doesn't care for that. I want the Suns to hang out. Let the Warriors hang out. Then let the Lakers hang out. But
That's why it's always weird to me that people just kind of don't like Russell Westbrook because that dude's not friends with anybody really.
He has no one to hang out with.
He just wants to dunk on all of you.
So, but okay, I guess this is the new era where all those guys will be pals. And but it makes you like feel a little off, right? Because then when you see him playing, you're like, is he really playing against that guy as hard as he can? I mean, these are pals. Is he really going to have the killer
compete
instinct,
against- you
or is he
can.
going to be nice? Is he going to be too nice?
Because I mean, I don't know. You can't. I this is just a pickup basketball story. This isn't like I did anything, but like I had friends. We'd hang out and talk. Hey, how's the wife? How's everybody? How are the kids? All that. And then I foul the bleep out of you when we get out there on the floor because I want to win.
Right.
I'm just, not going to try and hurt you.
They're still competitive by nature. I
Yeah.
mean, if you know any athletes, you know how competitive they just are, and that's just in their blood. I mean, so they could be buddies, and then when they get on the court, it's just a different game.
Sir Drives a Lot says Jeffrey is spot on. I don't know what he was saying it about, but I'm reading it because I don't get to hear that very often. Chief Skull says, I expect the Lakers to play like the Sparks did last night against the Liberty all season long.
I didn't see that yet,
I don't know that that's going to happen.
No idea what that means.
The Sparks were really bad last night.
Oh,
Good God.
Oh, I expect that too.
They were down like 18 in the first quarter. It was It was over.
I don't know, man.
It was over
Austin,
fast.
Austin Reeves thinks that they're going to be competing for the championship, so I got to go with him.
Okay. I just don't
I
care.
believe in Austin Reeves.
I
Austin
love that
Reeves
your
and his-
first year coach comes in and says that. You're like, yeah, I agree.
Austin Reeves at his 15 points a game. Listen, he's a good player,
I
but
love that guy.
I just don't think that Austin Reeves telling you that they're going to compete tells you that they're going to compete.
Keon, I look up to that guy. Just
Do
give
you
me that.
really think JJ Redick is the missing piece to your Lakers organization?
I think he's a good fit because he's not a strong-willed coach that has all this experience that's going to come in and try to tell LeBron James what to do.
So what new players do the Lakers get? They're going to really move the needle.
Mean, the rookie they drafted, I think, is the steal of the draft.
Who?
The rookie that they
exactly.
God, I can't remember his name right now. From Tennessee.
I love you're going to use that as your argument and not even know his name.
I totally just blanked on his name.
I rest
But
my
I'm
case,
telling
Your
you,
Honor.
I think this guy is just he's a
Dalton
hell
Connect.
of a player. Connect.
Oh,
Connect.
God, thank you.
He is a shooter, man. He's something the Lakers have been missing is that guy on the outside hitting threes. I mean, that's Dalton Connect. He's a heck of he's a steal of the draft. Ask Keon.
Yeah,
No, he's a real good basketball player, man.
So here's the thing I'm excited about is the Phoenix Suns. A lot of times, sort of, we don't get talked about that much unless there's something wrong. You know what I mean? I don't feel like the Phoenix sports doesn't get enough credit. Sure, there's a lot of times we don't do crap, but then there's other times where we've got a good product out there, but all you ever hear about. We were talking about this the other day. Diamondbacks were in the World Series and they were still talking about the Dodgers. It's like, what the hell, man? So it's like we can't get a whole lot of respect, but I'll tell you what, we finally got a little bit, at least in the way of national games, because they came out with the schedules, and then they've also come out with the number of national TV games for the next season. Number one on the list, of course, is the Lakers with 39, and then the Golden State Warriors have 36. But I was surprised we're in the top 10. We're in sixth place with 30 national televised games.
Well, they could be a really good team this year. They should get that.
Well, I mean, they've been a really good team in the past, and don't always get the love. I mean, the Diamondbacks, we went to the World Series last year. Don't always get mentioned or get the love. The Cardinals, there were times when the Cardinals were killing it, but you never ever heard about them on the ESPN or on the other sports stuff. So there's something about Arizona. We get overlooked quite a bit.
Well, because you don't win titles. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, I'm sorry.
You don't have to go right to
but
it.
I mean,
I've already kind of mentioned
if you don't win titles, you're not going to get recognized. You're not going to get all that. You just don't
But
win.
when you're a very, very good team, you should go, oh, look who this year is a very, very good team.
Yeah, but with the Suns especially, they've been a very good team many times, and then they just fall apart. And so I think people just expect that.
Yeah, but I think the national coverage, I mean, there are some, we talk about the Yankees when they don't do anything. What have the Yankees actually won title-wise for the last decade?
Nothing.
They're on TV all the time.
Right.
The only reason we're talking about the Yankees right now is Aaron Judge becoming the fastest player to hit 300 home runs in the history of Major League Baseball. That is why it's because of the guys they bring in, but for whatever reason, they can't get out of their own way and win anything.
But we'll talk about them for historical value. I mean,
yeah,
it's
but
a
I
franchise
just,
in baseball.
but I'm not surprised to see the Suns have 30 televised games, because if you just look at the star power on the team, like Devin Booker's really popular. Kevin Durant is really popular, and they
hold on. Hey, Donnie, you only have 25. Timberwolves only have 25. You suck. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Wow.
25 is a good amount.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, no, it's
a lot less than the Suns.
It is, but part of it is that the Timberwolves kind of just got good a year ago, so like they have to do a little bit more.
Oh, right. And sorry, Chief Skull.
But you put Kevin Durant and Devin Booker out on the floor, like people want to watch that.
Why are you being mean to Minnesota? I mean, they have to deal with the fact that Sam Darnold's their QB1 the rest of the year. You should be
and,
nice
and they're
to them.
paying him $15 million this year.
Right. Be nice to them. I mean, that's just like, that's not good.
We should make a song about Sam Darnold.
Watch him come out and throw 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns and 2 picks.
Oh, they by the way, they had some stat on the ESPN going all the way back to college. His last year of college, he led the Pac-12 in turnovers, and then every year in the NFL, he's been top 5 in turnovers. So
it's just gonna be ugly.
Yeah, It's not going to be pretty up in the Great White North.
Hey, did the Timberwolves get swept? Did they get swept?
I thought they won one game.
Yeah, they won one.
Oh, gentleman's sweep, or I don't know what they call it.
Gentleman. Baker sweep.
Loser sweep. That's it. They got, they just lost.
Wow.
Donnie's like, tell me how the Sun season ended last year, jackass. Same as yours without a championship.
Wow.
It's true. Hey, guess what? My team has a quarterback. Keon's team has a quarterback. Even Ralph's team has a quarterback. You got Sam Darnold. Oh my God.
That's tough.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Again, Chief Skull. I just
we like Chief Skull.
Yeah.
He's just catching strays right now. He's the other Vikings fan. But like to make fun of Donnie is to also just brutally damage the ego of Chief Skull. And I once again apologies.
Yeah, I don't feel good after that, but shut up, Donnie. Chosen One says Lakers, Yankees, Cowboys, they get the press in national games due to having won historically a lot of championships, as Ralph said. But it's not just that Chosen One.
But
But it's also East Coast, West Coast bias when it comes to what the sports guys and the writers are thinking about talking about. But it's also, I mean, look at the Cowboys. Look at there's a lot of people who are Cowboy fans, and so that's ratings, that's numbers. It's not always championships. Sometimes it's just a matter of fan base.
Yeah, like the two.
It's about the girth.
The two biggest cities in the U.S. are New York and L.A.
It's not the link.
Even when they're not good, guess what? It still pays to talk about. New York and LA, and then look at the brand that Jerry's built. The Cowboys haven't gone to an NFC title game. Gone to, not one, gone to in 25 years.
Aren't they the first franchise worth $1 billion?
Who?
The Cowboys?
No, they're $10 billion.
10 billion. Is it 10 billion?
Yeah.
10 billion right now.
They're the number one.
Yes. 10 billion.
I mean, I would believe it if they were the first to get to $1 billion as well.
And CD Lamb is like, son of a bitch. Sign the paper.
And if you went to their training camp, it was packed. Absolutely packed.
Every time.
I mean, big time. I mean,
they go to
compared to the
training
Chargers. The Chargers had no one there. The Rams were so. They were packed.
Their training camp is in California.
Yeah, it's in Oakland. It's in Oakland. It's in
Oxnard, I think. Yeah, and they sell out. It's not in Texas. Like that's how big that brand is.
They don't have to go to Oxnard.
So
they could do it in Texas.
They could.
Smart to do it in Oxnard. The weather is so much better.
Chosen One says Suns, Diamondbacks, Cardinals may have good teams, but with lack of championships, they won't get the love. Similar to my Minnesota teams, but yeah, the Diamondbacks do have a championship. I think it's more about Phoenix than it is the actual team sometimes. And let's see here.
One, and it was what 22 years ago.
We made Chief Skull sad.
Oh no!
Sorry, Chief Skull.
He sent a meme or animated a GIF or whatever it is.
Is it?
It's a lot of crying. Sorry.
Sorry.
Ralph says Big George. It's not because of winning titles that we don't get respect around here. And he just repeats exactly what I just said. Sir Drives a Lot says Dowlin Kincaid. He says totally blew that spelling. Who's Dowlin Kincaid?
That's a different person than the person we were trying to think of, which was Dalton Connect.
Oh yeah.
That was really
good.
Kincaid. No. Like I don't know where the Kincaid came from.
No idea.
Isn't Thomas
Ghetto
Kincaid
Girl
a painter? I don't know.
Ghetto Girl says the professional athletes realize the rest of us are cheering for laundry. So that's why they're all friends and pals, I guess.
That's interesting.
And I don't cheer for laundry.
You kind of do.
If you stick to your team, like if they traded the entire
the old days
roster of your team for the roster of the team you hate the most, who are you rooting for? You are kind of rooting for laundry.
I miss the old days when there wasn't so much free agency and your team was your team. And the guy was on your team, you're like, that's our guy. And he's a bum or he's great or he's whatever, but he's our guy. And you don't have to think, oh, he's going to be leaving soon. That's just our guy. These are our guys. And it didn't change. You may not win anything, but you had your guys. Your guys were bums or your guys were the best.
When the Dodgers had the same infield for 9 years. I loved that. You just knew those guys were there every year.
Yeah.
Those days are way gone.
Sucks. Bat Flipper says Cain Velasquez should be freed.
What is he talking about? There's Cain Velasquez.
He's a UFC fighter, or was. I don't know if he's still in the UFC, but he's an MMA fighter.
What happened, Bat Flipper?
I just don't know what the story is with him.
Did not know he was not free.
Haven't heard that name in a while, to be honest. So
Chief Skull says, I can say the one Minnesota team Donnie doesn't care for at least has won 2 World Series. That's probably why. His curse does not apply to them because he's not a fan. That actually explains an awful lot right there. Anyways, so what were we talking about? All right, so national TV games, pretty good for the Suns. Happy to see them in the top 10. I also mentioned that Aaron Judge is the fastest player to hit 300 home runs in Major League Baseball history. But here's the thing about that. I hate the Yankees, but you got to give respect to Aaron Judge. I hate that it's a Yankee. I don't hate that it's Aaron Judge.
He's a good guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a good
All right.
guy.
So I've said this before. I hate the Yankees as a construct or concept. I don't know.
As an institution.
Yeah.
As a baseball institution. Hate the New York
But
Yankees.
and if you play against the Diamondbacks, Aaron Judge, I hate you directly for that game. And after that, I got a problem.
It's hard to hate them because they're not doing anything.
Did you hate them because of Steinbrenner?
Yeah.
But he's not there.
No, it wasn't just that. There's so much more. Just everything about that organization, everything about the fans, everything about everything
The
you
arrogance?
do
Yankee fans
with the
are tough.
Yankees.
You're
Just,
having any
ugh.
single conversation with a Yankees fan. Like the way we talk to you, Ralph, and you bring out all of your many championships. Yankees fans are like that times 1,000.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because they have so many, and that's all they want to talk about, even when their team is absolutely down and wounded and hasn't done anything in about a decade, going on to a decade and a half now. They'll still sit there and talk about 27 championships.
They're like Raiders and Cowboy fans. I get it. The reason that I don't like him is you think about the Ken Griffey story. You ever heard his story about when he was with his dad and he was on the field and they kicked him off?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of bad behind that. I mean,
And yeah, there
Griffey
was-
said if they were the last team in the league and that's the only place they could
Right.
play, he would have retired.
Yeah. And, and by the way, he told that to a child.
Yep.
He was signing autographs, and the kid was like, "Hey, Griffey, you should play for the Yankees." And he told that kid, if the Yankees are the only team that offered me a contract, I'd retire. And the kid was like, "Really?" And he was like, "You don't know me. If the Yankees were the only team to offer me a contract, I'd retire." He was like 9. Just absolutely didn't let the kid down
So-
easy. And he was notoriously like great with kids. But
Oh, yeah.
that was that one
So
moment.
that
It was like,
story, that story by itself, that should be enough. I got plenty of other. So I hate the Yankees. Let's leave it at that. Plus, Toby says that's why you can't hate Curry, Thompson, and Green.
They stay together.
Yeah, they're likable. You could hate Green a
You
little
could hate
bit.
Green a little, yeah.
A little bit. Zacharoni says drama equals eyeballs, huh? Otani gambling, eyeballs. Judge home runs, eyeballs. Jerry Jones in general, eyeballs. Kevin Durant's history plus sudden team and coaching changes, eyeballs. No, I okay, I can see what you're saying
Well,
there.
that and also like he's the best shooting big that's ever played. You
can't deny he's good.
There's nobody that's 7 feet tall that's shot the basketball at the level that Kevin Durant has. Dirk's right there.
That's where I'm struggling.
But
I
part
think
of
Dirk
part of
was-
it is that Kevin learned from Dirk.
Yeah.
Like that fadeaway, Kevin does that now.
Yeah.
Like it's unblockable.
Oh, okay. So the Cain Velasquez thing, Whistling Dribble has reminded me. Cain Velasquez was arrested about 2.5 years ago after he allegedly pursued and shot at a man who was accused of molesting his then 4-year-old son
That's
at daycare.
right. Yeah.
He chased down a car carrying that guy, and it was a high-speed chase with his bullets. And I agree. The thing is, here's the thing: if you go shoot a guy who's molesting your kid, I should be like, yeah, okay. But if you're shooting randomly into a car where some people are in the car, maybe that had nothing to do with it, you probably need to go to jail.
Yeah.
So I respect him for how he feels and what he was trying to do, but then he didn't even shoot the guy. So mission not accomplished. The guy's still alive.
Yeah. Probably because of all the rage. you're not
Blind
gonna,
rage.
Yeah. You're not doing exactly your best work when you're that
So
angry.
The lesson is don't miss.
Yeah,
That is correct.
Buy your time, and when you get out, do it right. 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, do Canadian fans act the same way? I'm legitimately curious since they have 24 championships. Oh, what do you mean
Montreal
it's Canadian?
Canadians?
Yeah, the
Montreal
Montreal.
Canadians.
Yeah.
They're very proud fans, absolutely.
But are they braggadocious, bringing up their
I-
old
I think they
wins all
are.
the time?
From my past, I think they are.
I haven't run across enough Canadians.
I was big time in the hockey scene, and Canadian fans were very, very aggressive, very condescending. They reminded me of Raider fans, Cowboy fans.
Okay.
Back in the day.
And
for them, it's all back in the day because they haven't been good for a long time.
So if we had that many, championships, I think the vibe on this would be different. We would be like, yeah, well, when you're the best, we'd be like Ralph.
I was talking to a friend of mine in LA last night, actually. We were talking about this exact topic. And we, it's just how it's so funny how just people in LA, like I asked him, I go, what's the vibe right now with the Dodgers fans right now? He goes, and the media, he goes, they're fine. He goes, they're just like, they're looking at this going, yeah, whatever. He goes, we know that they'll get their stuff together. People are coming back and they're going to win. They're not scared or nervous at all. I go, not at all. Huh? He goes, no, absolutely not. It's a different mentality there because they expect to win because they've done it so many times. It's just very, very different.
Even if they're wrong, they still
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They expect it no matter what.
I don't hate the Dodgers. You're just annoying.
Oh, I know that I'm annoying, but that's okay.
No, all of you. All of you are annoying.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's not up to you. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got more other things to talk about. It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Celebrate over 100 years of America's original butcher and save 50% off site-wide during the Omaha Steaks anniversary sale. Plus, this special offer, get an extra $30 off at omahasteaks.com with promo code SIZZLE at checkout. For 5 generations, Omaha Steaks has brought endless flavor, variety, and value on premium proteins, sure to satisfy. But hurry, this offer won't last. That's omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE at checkout. Minimum purchase may apply.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast, too. Check it out. Go to HarmonSolar.com. That's HarmonSolar.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Getting behind the wheel after drinking could change your world. Bobby here had a great time at the party and thought he was good to drive home. Now, Bobby's facing jail time, an upset wife, disappointed parents, and up to a $10,000 fine. It only takes one bad decision to change your world forever. Getting behind the wheel after you've been drinking is one of them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Learn more at NHTSA.gov. That's NHTSA.gov. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
Hey, son, what you doing?
Looking around for jobs, offices, 9 to 5. I don't want anything boring.
You know, Brian's son is in the Phoenix Police Academy. Pretty sure he's not bored.
I never thought of that.
Check out joinphxpd.com and take a look.
Over 80 specialty details like detective and canine handler. What else? Dignitary protection, 911 operator? They have aviation and dive team jobs?
Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite. Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
With the first pick. Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together. You know, to get acquainted. Summer means mini camp, OTAs, then pre-season. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news you need to know about the NFL offseason. If it's the NFL, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So you know how the Clippers went and paid for their own stadium and built it all up and everything. I'm not wrong on that, right? They actually, Steve Ballmer was like, we got this, built up the stadium. Have you seen what it looks like? It's actually pretty damn cool. I don't know how well this picture is going to translate.
It's amazing.
It's a nice looking stadium right there.
It's right across the street from SoFi. It's amazing.
That is really a cool looking, like a UFO looking stadium, but it's, I don't know, it's just kind of badass. Well, anyway, they had their grand opening last night, and because they had Bruno Mars performing. So their first thing is not going to be a Clippers game. They wanted something people are actually interested in. So they had Bruno Mars come and do a concert. The problem was the first big event. You think, oh, yeah, something's going to go wrong. Many things went wrong. Most importantly, at the Intuit Dome, the ticket stuff didn't work. People couldn't get in. We're like, what is this, a Brazilian soccer game? And they're like, no, you get facial recognition. And that facial recognition crap wasn't working. And it took them 2 hours to get in. Bruno Mars was supposed to go on at 8. He went on at 10.
Wow.
On a weeknight.
Wow.
God, I sounded old right there, didn't I?
Yeah.
The thing is, you're not wrong though. Like if you're just an adult with
We're
a
working
job,
people.
10 p.m. to start a concert is kind of wild.
I'm in bed.
Paper ticket, and you just get right in. Facial recognition and the computer not working. If your ticket is your face, of course something's going to go wrong with that. This is just a bad idea.
And no one has tried that before. You should at least have the backup of the ticket ready to go.
He's trying to change things. He's creating this different experience. And it's amazing.
Here's
By
an
the way,
experience. A lot of angry people standing around for 2 hours.
Eventually will work. I mean, it just
Yeah, they'll get the bugs sorted out. It just kind of sucks for the people that got to be the test mice there for
I mean,
that.
this guy's a pioneer. I mean,
But
what he's doing is just, it's pretty different.
He did something interesting with that stadium, by the way. He didn't just pay for it all himself. He also pledged $100 million to the community. So,
which is awesome because
in the end, he actually he gave, not just built the thing. He also was like, no, I actually think that you guys could use the money.
He actually created 6 sites around LA where he does free shuttles to the games. 6 sites all around the city. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, as far away as like maybe an hour and a half away. He's just doing different stuff. He's trying to do that.
Does it right.
Yeah, he really does.
So anyway, I was kind of sad that the facial rec didn't work. I could have told you that, man. I could have told you.
Like if that's going to be the first time you ever use it, at least have the backup of being able to scan a ticket. Like, okay, it didn't work today.
It's more than that. It's more than that, Keon. You also have to say, okay, if it's a long line and the facial rec is having issue, so you have a picture of a guy's face, right? And it's like, and it tells you. You actually have to have them say, okay, I need a picture of you smiling, and then a picture of you regular, and a picture of you mad, because all the faces last night, by the time they got the facial recognition, were angry.
Yeah.
Hey, so God damn it. So you got to get 3 versions in the system before the ticket will work, because you don't know which version of the face you're going to get. Last night, all of it pissed.
You know, the guy at the end of that line was furious. His face was unrecognizable. I don't think he could have made the face.
They should connect that recognition software. They should connect it to the FBI servers. You start seeing people get arrested left and right at this game.
Well, for a Raiders game, you'll clear off the top 10 list weekly.
Where did everybody go?
Yeah, they're all in jail.
There's like 2 different lines. Like, come with me, sir. Oh I must have good tickets.
VIP,
yeah, all right,
man, sweet.
Oh man. Sir Drives a Lot says Ballmer is the owner of all sports fans wish that they had. Looks like Ishbia is cut from a similar cloth. Not quite. Not quite. Let's see.
Because Ballmer hired really talented people and just moved out of the way. I think Ishbia does want to give to the fans. I think he does have that, like, obviously he's like, no, we're not going to put the Suns behind a paywall. We're going to try and get them out where people can just watch them for free, and then try to provide enough antennas for everybody to watch them for free. That's really cool. But like in terms of the understanding what your limitations are as an owner, I think Ishbia still has to learn that part.
He's
Ballmer
very Jerry Jones.
Got it. right away.
Let's just see. It's too early.
The thing is, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
The thing
yeah.
is, like a lot of
he
young
had an
owners go
idea.
through
He wanted
this.
to go with it. He paid for it.
Like there are owners that they come in and they want to try stuff, and then they learn the hard way what to do, and that seems like Ishbia's thing right now.
And I can see that. Imagine if you had all that money and you bought a sports team, you probably want to have some input.
Yeah, and he wants them to win. It's not like he's just doing it for his own ego. Like
But when you realize it doesn't work, that you don't really know anything, just step back.
Yeah.
Dude, if I bought a TV station, there'd be some weird UHF type shows on there. You know what I'm saying? If I bought a sports team, there'd be some changes. You know, there'd be some stuff. But then there's a thing where, like, okay, it's cruel. You get over the newness of it. Now, ask yourself a question. Do you want to win?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the difference between, I think, Ishbia and Jerry Jones is like Jerry Jones showed up and had a team and then had a guy actually win him Super Bowls, and his ego couldn't allow that to happen. He ran off either the best or second best coach in the history of that franchise, depending on how you feel about Coach Landry. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And he's never gotten it right since.
No. Harvey Putswaddler says, I've installed some facial recognition stuff. Having good lighting, crucially important. Iris scanners, too. Well, I can't imagine it was bad lighting at the stadium. Lost Toby says, yeah, the tech over there at that stadium is even cooler. Well, what do you mean? Because so far, the facial rec tech is garbage. So what are you talking about? Chief Skull says, I do want to know why iPhone took out the God before awful when I was voice texting. Now I'm scared. Can the Bible expert explain this? Oh, so when you texted earlier, you said about that awful team, but you actually had said God awful, and it removed it? Because iPhone and Apple say there is only one God, and it's Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Berg says, afternoon, guys. Mustard rules. Go Diamondbacks. I'm not going to read any more of your text until you explain the hell is going on with that mustard thing. I won't. If you don't want me to, I won't tell people on air what's going on there. But I don't like not knowing.
You're effectively trying to say things through Jeffrey, so he has a right to know. If he has to sit there and read this thing,
I also wonder if he's been kidnapped.
Is this a cry for help?
Hefty Lefty says the next move I want to see all owners throughout sports do is collude and cut out Ticketmaster from selling all their tickets. Same with music venues and artists. Freeze that company out and keep more money for yourself while saving the consumers more.
I mean, the Ticketmaster fees are.
I mean, it'd be great, but I don't think they can afford to put the structure in place to handle it.
They'd have to make their own service.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they do it that way.
I mean, you buy a $50 ticket on Ticketmaster, and by the time you're done with all their fees, it's actually $100 ticket.
Well, Ticketmaster's got to pay for their business, so
yeah, but they hike up the prices. Like they've already been slapped on the wrist for price gouging before. So this is not.
Yeah,
they're not doing it fairly.
It's excessive. It's excessive.
Yeah.
You know, just old-fashioned scalpers. That works. Lost Toby says the wall of fans. Are you talking about fans that move air? The wall. I don't know what you're talking about, Lost Toby. You got to give me more to go on if you're going to tell me things, because I don't know what you're talking about. So Victor Wembanyama, remember there at the Olympics, he goes over and he gives a hug and he has a few words with Kevin Durant, and then they part ways. And then they were like, "Hey, Kevin, what you guys talk about?" He's like, "Just between him and me." So Wembanyama, they asked him, "Hey, well, what's going on there?" He says, it's my favorite childhood player. And I made it clear to him that I wanted to learn from him and perhaps steal one or two of his secret techniques. Well, that's a nice conversation. And also, I just want to make sure, did you know you're losing your hair? Because he was taller than he is. He's looking down on the top of his head the whole game. That's all he could think about. Do you know you're losing your hair?
The thing is, I'm sure he knows. Just from all accounts about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is so focused on basketball, he's not interested in anything else.
Dude, did you see what I posted on the Twitter? This picture of him going on a water slide where he's hanging out with Devin Booker out in the Bahamas or something. And even going down the slide, his face doesn't look like he's having any fun. His body and soul have forgot to tell his face that he's having a good time.
He's got the angriest face, but he's going down the slide. His arms are straight up in the air.
He's like,
yeah, so he's clearly enjoying it as you.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
He's
exactly
so cool that he's just too cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just his face, just like
incapable of excitement. Just
I
even
mean,
relaxing. Even relaxing.
I hope he's happy. That's the other thing. I see Kevin. You ever see Kevin Durant and think, I hope he's okay? Is he okay?
I hate the person that asks other people to smile, but he's the one guy that's an actually valid thing to say to him. Like,
yeah, Kevin, you'd look a lot prettier if you'd smile.
Just crack a smirk.
Come on, listen.
Not even like a full smile. Just like a.
Baker's cocky hen says Durant looks like he'd get along with Harbaugh.
I don't.
No, see, he doesn't have resting bitch face. He just has sort of a serious face. It's not the same. It doesn't. You see Kevin Durant, you don't think. Okay, here's the difference. Russell Westbrook has Harbaugh type face. Kevin Durant has serious to the point I might also be sad. Like I've just read a devastating poem. He's going down the water slide reading a devastating poem.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just cut to the quick of me right there.
Yeah.
Sir drives a lot. Ralph, LOL. Wee. King of Kitten says,
What?
I don't know. That's what he texted.
What the heck does that mean?
I have no idea.
This is weird.
Sent me a picture of KD with a bunch of girls saying, here he is getting the San Tropez tan right there. Well, I'll tell you what, I can tell what he's looking at. He may not look like he's having the greatest time, but he doesn't look disinterested, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God.
Is he single?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because that picture would get him in a lot of trouble if he wasn't. Just because he's just, even through his sunglasses, you can see his eyes going, ooga.
Oh no.
These girls that he's hanging out with. Good for you, Kevin. I hope he's having a great summer or whatever this is.
You'll never tell from looking at his face, but you just hope that it's happening.
You can only hope. Quiet Cannon says, well, I said that about the Bible. Oh, I already read that. Why'd that come up again? Oh, a bunch of stuff is just coming back through. Random Texter says, can you guys confirm or deny if there was any truth to the article I saw that Colin Kaepernick is now a Chargers coach? Hey, don't worry, racist. He's not.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm kidding, Random Texter. There was a conversation where they were saying it'd be cool, but even Harbaugh came out today and said, just to clarify, he's not going to do this year. Maybe next year, but not this year. So, Random Texter has like a Google search thing. If Colin Kaepernick comes up, he's ready to attack.
Yeah, we weren't even talking about him. But
yeah, I know. Did you? He's just driving down the road. What? Random Texter's probably not even listening. All right, let's take a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's that time of year across Arizona. Working in high temperatures can cause a workplace injury. Cramps, rashes, exhaustion, dizziness, even heat stroke. Know the signs and protect yourself from a heat stress injury. Get plenty of water, rest, and shade while at work. Learn more from the Industrial Commission of Arizona. Just visit heat.az.gov. That's heat.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Industrial Commission of Arizona.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Life is full of bright moments, but sometimes those moments can seem too far away. Trained and caring crisis specialists in Arizona can assist you with any situation, big or small. Free and confidential help is only one text away, day or night. Text the word HOPE to 4HOPE, that's HOPE, to 44673. These moments matter, and so do you. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
1580, The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic still 2-0. Diamondbacks over the Tampa Bay Rays. Bottom of the fourth, no outs. That's where things stand right there, right now. Here we go. All right. So we told you last week about the Kobe Bryant locker that went for sale, and they sold it for like a couple $1 million. It's like, oh my God. Whoever originally sold that locker to the people who sold it probably feels like he got reamed in the behind, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it feels like he was in a Colorado hotel room or something. But some charity work was done by that. But now Kobe Bryant's farewell game warm-up jacket just got $336,000 at auction.
Nice.
I feel like that should have got more if the locker, you know what I'm saying? The locker went for that much. I'm surprised that only went for $336.
It probably wasn't signed though, right?
But it was photo match for authenticity. So no, I would doubt he got around to signing.
Yeah, it'd be worth more if it was signed.
Seriously. But it's not enough. He just wore it.
Wow, $300,000 is a lot of money, man.
Got sweaty in it.
Yeah.
Now it's got to have an autograph on it.
It's got his DNA on it.
I feel like that should. I agree with Jeffrey. That should be enough.
Yeah, just get that DNA and start a Super Kobe. You're right.
If it's been confirmed that he wore it and it's certified and all, and then to me that seems like that ought to go for more.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you put if you add a signature to it, you're
probably get another couple $100,000.
Like it's still going to be a lot of money either way. Like,
can I tell you what I would do? I would have the jacket and I would go and I get a big ass cubic zirconia ring and put it in the pocket.
Wow.
Like that $4 million ring he gave his wife after he got caught cheating and trying to have the butt sex with that girl in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? That's how this would be made perfect. Just put it right in the pocket. Is he right-handed or left-handed?
Not anymore.
Well, okay,
right-handed in life.
Yeah. No, I feel like they got scattered. So anyway, that just sold at auction. And that's the latest, I guess, on that. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, the Wall of Fans is a section for only Clippers fans, where they kick you out for cheering for the other team. They have sensors that give gifts to loudest fans. The area is screened with live next-gen stats. Those are pretty dope. Okay, that's interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool when I went to a GCU game. And I was sitting there at this GCU game, and I tweeted something, and it showed up on the screen. I was like, okay, that was kind of cool. I mean, that's not hard, but it was still kind of like, I type it here, it showed up right there.
It does kind of feel like magic a little bit.
It's not magic.
CK
feels like
has magic. Says, suck it, Ralph.
Who's that?
That CK. How's that magic?
It's not magic.
Berg says, only thing I can say is that mustard rules. And then he says, read or don't read. Oh.
Wait,
I don't know.
Did he leave that up to you?
He did.
Okay.
What is this whole mustard thing? What's going on?
Oh, he hates mustard so much.
But lately he's been saying that he loves it, both on the text line and on the social media.
So you know what he did to Berg once? We had a bet, and I bet him that if I win, then he had to eat a hot dog covered in mustard on air, on video, in studio. And I was like, brain cancer? I don't care. Eat the thing. I didn't.
Wow.
Well, we'd love to help out with the charity and all, but you're eating the hot dog. I just hope that's not what caused the brain tumor.
Jesus.
I doubt it. I would doubt that.
It certainly didn't help it.
Well, considering how much he hates it,
don't
think the stress is helping.
I don't want to ruin what he's got going and the reason he's doing it, so I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go unless he wants me to tell you.
Does he have brain cancer?
Well, on and off over since we've known him, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
The Berg is the one who. This is a guy who he's been dealing with brain tumors for a long time.
Wow.
And so he, when he beat it the first time, he wanted to give back, and he started a charity, Berg and the Burb, and it works with the National Brain Tumor People Society. Forgot the name, Berg. Sorry about that. But he raises money for them on a regular basis, and that's when I went out and I won the cancer run. It was actually a cancer walk, but I still crossed the finish line before anyone else.
Just had to do that.
You don't go unless you're not in it.
In it to win it.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it, and I did. I won it, and it's pissed Randy off ever since.
Well, yeah, because Randy would like to point out that it's a cancer walk. You can't win a
There's
walk.
a starting line. There was a finish line. I went across the finish line first, and there's photographic evidence. I won the cancer run.
That is you and Randy's argument to have. I'm simply stating Randy's case and why he's upset about it.
King of Kitten says, I rub mustard on my hot dog. Why does that sound dirty when you say it?
Yeah, really.
Well, because how he described it. You don't rub mustard on you. You just you put mustard on your hot dog.
Moist one text.
Yeah, it's like what do you mean? You get a butter knife and what do you? How does that work?
Random texter says, I listen every day. Saw the article while I was at lunch today and didn't have time to read it, so I thought I'd ask you.
Wow.
Colin Kaepernick is he wants to do a lot of things, but generally just doesn't do them, even when he has a chance to. So,
well, because of the things, the non-football things that he would like to do are clearly more important to him than the football things he would like to do.
Yeah. Okay.
So
just be honest. That's all.
Yeah. So just let go of the football thing. Yeah. That's clearly not your priority anymore. And again, you're about to be 38.
Don't worry, random texter. He will never trouble you again.
Are
you a Charger fan? I thought you were a Chiefs fan.
He's a Chiefs fan. He wears that stupid jersey every year.
Reaper says, long time, guys. Hope all is well. Ready for football. Can you just say when the Reaper shows up and says long time ago? It's like, what's up, man? Oh, okay. Everything's good. Who are you here for? Who are you here for?
Just from the, nice to see you again from the last time I narrowly escaped you. Maybe
Chiefs
see you 40 years from now.
Makes me want to put my seatbelt on tighter. 40?
Well, for more than that.
Chief Skull says, if Kaepernick was coaching, it'd be the only time he could say the team, come on in and take a knee, and nobody'd get mad at him finally.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
The Reaper wants to remind you all that your souls are mine.
Well,
I gotta block him.
Eventually.
What happens if you block the Reaper?
Well, because he shows up physically. I think we better to just keep him on the text line.
Not at work the next day.
I'm not at work most days. That's how I've avoided the Reaper.
I've seen Final Destination. Yeah, you can't avoid him. He takes it personally.
Good to hear from you, Reaper. Big George says, okay, I love Sherwin-Williams paint and all, but do you really need to hear that commercial 3 times in a row? Did we just play a Sherwin-Williams commercial 3 times in a row?
I didn't hear it.
He says, I'm about to go
No.
Benjamin Moore on their asses if that commercial plays one more time.
It's played every segment, but it didn't play 3 times in one break. No.
Every segment.
Yeah.
George, I think it's the universe telling you to paint your goddamn house. Sir drives a lot. That wasn't Ralph. That was me. That's why he was saying Ralph, LOL, we. He thought he thinks I'm you and you are me.
He's obviously not watching video.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. Yes, I am far better looking.
You're far whiter and transparent.
It's a little hard to argue there.
Hold on. There.
I've got some. You're still white.
Yeah, that didn't help. I turned off my light, and all it did was make me look.
You're like a neon sign at a bar.
Like,
just
like slightly less white, like so slightly though. Like it didn't.
Oh my gosh! It's like I can see through your fingers.
Just feel like my retinas are burning. It's.
I am the white balance on this camera.
You are the white balance.
You don't need a sheet of paper. You
working in TV, they're like, we need a white balance. O'Brien, get over here. What? Oh, come on.
Again?
Aiton's Army says, hey, Fever up 17 on the Mercury after the first quarter. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't remember.
It depends on, well, for Phoenix, it's a good thing. But then also, if you're betting on it, according to the beat the book strategy of Dylan Cohen, also a good thing.
There's a bad thing for Phoenix. The Fever are up 17 on the Mercury.
The betting, I got it mixed up in my head. But the betting, he said to bet the Fever. So,
okay. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like rooting against the home team.
To me, it's not that I enjoy rooting against you, and maybe this is just watching the Commanders for so many years. But like, if you're gonna lose anyway, can I be slightly richer because of it? Because I bet against them a lot last year, and it worked out very well.
Hey, remember when you with your buddies, you'd be walking by, like in the high school there, you'd be walking by, and then you just go right in the nuts. You just give them a cup check.
Yes.
Well, you never get too old for a cup check because the Twins were playing the Rangers, and when they won, the Twins were like, yeah. So Kyle Farmer and Will Castro, they're like, all right, man, way to go, and they gave you a little hug. And after the hug, Farmer just went boom. It just took Castro was doubled over like, oh. He didn't get mad or punch him or anything. So it's like Castro must have cup checked him at some point where he's like, oh, I had that coming. Yeah, that's fine.
You know your cup check karma.
At what point do we not cup check each other?
As adults?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's like once you get out of high school, you should know
once you
better.
get in your 50s, because
Ralph's saying that because he's worried the next time I see him, I'm like,
because you never know where they are.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to get a little lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did that man just hit him in the thigh? That was weird.
I mean, when I used to play hockey, I was always the last guy off the ice, and I'd always take a shot right at the goalie's Twins playpen, right? I mean, I'd go right there. One time he didn't wear his cup. And he just went down. We had to delay the game for 10 minutes because he couldn't move.
Friendly fire.
Imagine a frozen puck.
I actually ended cup check in 8th grade for me and my friends because it started where you'd walk down the hall, tick, oh, and then next time it was not one fingered, like tick, it was 2, and then it was 3, then it was a punch. We were getting to a point where you'd walk by and somebody would full on just punch you uppercut right in the nuts. And so I come around a corner, Jeff Finicello hits me right in the baby maker, and I'm like, ah, and I'm like, this ends here. And I swear to you, I grabbed him by the nuts and picked him up off the ground while saying, this ends here.
Like a Mortal Kombat finishing move.
Yes.
God.
Yeah. Guess what happened? It ended there.
I'm sure that it
True
did.
Story.
That's so much more brutal than what we did. You had to yell cup check before you hit somebody. And then there was a psychological element of it where you could yell cup check, but you wouldn't do it. So they never knew which time you were serious.
We
Also,
never had to warn you.
Sometimes you just be sneaking up on somebody and then you yell it. They just be looking around trying to figure out where you were. It was.
I like the psychological impact. Of
terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrifying. I mean, you'd be shaking walking down the halls.
No, we
Madison High
had
School.
no warning. None. You could be having a great day talking to a girl. Hey, boom. Now you're doubled over. You're late for your class.
But it's just a delayed reaction, though, right? You keep walking, and all of a sudden you just go boom.
You sort of just crumble as you
just-
go.
I'll walk it off, and 5 steps later, I can't. Not doing it.
So I ended it, and well, I'm still pretty happy I did, except for it was weird dropping a cabinet. Hour 3 of the Daily Blender is up next.
So, what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with the surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Not all policies will qualify. Not available in all states.
With Progressive, you get more than savings. You get access to us through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Jamie. Giving me all these ways to stay in touch so I have no excuse not to. Well, you're in luck, because this guy's in the market for a new BFF.
Actually, all our customers can contact us this way.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
But I am always up for Taco Pizza!
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hey, sweetie, what you doing? Looking around for jobs. Offices, 9 to 5. I don't want anything boring.
You know, Brian's daughter's in the Phoenix Police Academy. Pretty sure she's not bored.
I never thought of that.
Check out joinphxpd.com and take a look.
Over 80 specialty details like detective and canine handler. What else? Dignitary protection, 911 operator. They have aviation and dive team jobs. What?
Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite.
Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harmon Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. One, visit harmonsolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information, like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189. Or just go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down, because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside not Randy White. He'll be back Monday, but we got Ralph from Harmon Solar. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and we got you guys on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And Rutrow, it is now 2-1. Diamondbacks over the Rays, bottom of the 5th. Some other scores out there. Yankees, who gives a crap? Anybody have any games they want to know the score to? I don't care about anybody. I can tell you some scores if you want. Does anybody care? No. Dodgers don't play till later, and I still don't care. But Mariners are tied up with the Pirates 2-2. I know we got some Mariner fans. Cubs beat the Blue Jays 6-5. I'm sure somebody cares about that. Oh, your Nationals, Keon? Your Nationals?
I know.
getting zilched by the Phillies right now, but it's only the 4th inning. So
yeah, but it's the Phillies and they're really good.
Bless you, Ralph. What, you need something to clean that off with?
No.
Bruno Baller says Randy's off again, so I'm guessing he's pre-recording all his Cardinals victories this year for his epic picks. He'll have them going 17-0. No, he'll be here to do them in person. But you're probably still right about that. 17-0. Lacrosse guy says, I'm waiting to be on an all lacrosse radio show. Should be any day now. I'm waiting by the phone.
Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to build up the fan base of lacrosse first before you base an entire radio show around it.
So you'll have to show up with a bag of money and pay us and be okay with 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
No. Listen, lacrosse guy, lacrosse is awesome. I'm not even going to argue with you that it's a badass, tough sport. It's just for whatever reason, it's just not taking off. So lacrosse guy says maybe Keon can change his format.
No.
I tried.
What am I supposed to talk about, man? You, if you've listened to my show at all, you know that I try and get into the weeds on stuff. I have like a child's understanding of lacrosse right now. What would I be capable of saying? Nothing. I barely remember the names of the players. I have been watching, if that means anything. But I don't know.
I can't see you saying nothing.
It wouldn't be nothing, but it wouldn't be anything useful. I don't
go on for an hour.
I can go on for an hour about stuff I feel confident about, that I think I know it. I don't know lacrosse like that. I enjoy it. It's on Saturdays. I catch a game every now and then.
Oh,
but
it's on TV?
Yeah, it's on the ESPN on Saturdays.
It's never on when I'm flipping through the channels.
Saturday mornings usually, or early afternoon is when it's usually on. I catch it after work Saturday. So I've been watching a little bit, but I still don't have a good handle on which teams are good and which teams are bad and which players I should really, really look out for and all that stuff. So I've just been getting into it, but I don't think I have 15 minutes worth of lacrosse opinions.
Well, lacrosse guy says he can come co-host with you.
Yeah, no, that won't be necessary.
You'll be the co-host.
That's the issue.
Basically, the lacrosse guy,
without interrupted, lacrosse guy.
He starts going, yeah. Oh, lacrosse, and Keon's like, yeah, lacrosse. And it just, you won't have anything to say.
Yeah, I know football well enough. I know basketball well enough. I know a little baseball. Like that. That's where I'm at. I can't do these other things.
Bruno Baller says, is there any chance that college football might preempt the Weekend Warriors and Keon's show on Saturdays? Not likely. Maybe it might bump into Keon. I'm not sure, because here's why. All this is changing.
Yeah.
This is all changing starting September 1st, August 31st, September 1st. So here's what's happened. The Weekend Warriors is moving to Sunday to be a basically they're going to be like, the Fox morning show and like the CBS morning show where they talk about football. So it's become an NFL show Sunday mornings from 8 a.m. until 9:30 if there's a game, 10 if there's not.
Right.
So that's what's happening with Weekend Warriors. They're moving to the next day so they can get you ready for a day of football. And then Keon, he's like, well, don't mind if I do. Sliding right back in to 10 a.m. because that's a nice time slot.
Yeah, it's a nice time slot. And, I have a little bit more of my day after.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's also like a coveted time slot.
Well, that's
Ralph didn't realize how dumb a move this was.
No, I like the idea of doing the football Sunday show. I think it'll be fun.
He just lost the prime time.
I'll just get it back after the season.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We will have a sports trivia contest between you and Keon. Whoever wins gets the time slot.
As long as it's 80% baseball, yes.
Hey, no, you don't get to. You don't make the rules.
20% lacrosse.
Yeah, because
you don't make the rules.
If it's like 80% basketball,
No.
Oh, and it's that 2000s era. I'm not saying that you should. I'm
You
just
don't
saying.
make the rules.
Okay, we could do NBA 80s
hypothetically.
era.
You get that 2000s era. Ralph's cooked. That's
80s era.
You get what you get, and it'll be fair.
I accept your challenge.
All right. So that's how we will determine at the end of the football season. After, all right, so are you looking to move back to your regular slot after the Super Bowl? Or
No, we'll see. I'm not sure yet.
Well, I would imagine the Super Bowl is the best place to make the change after the Super Bowl.
Our last show will be on the Super Bowl, right? On Super Bowl Sunday, and then we'll see what we want to
So
do.
then what happens is after Super Bowl Sunday, that next week, pick a day, we will have this trivia contest.
But wait, why would I agree to this?
Because you don't have a choice. Wednesday.
Yeah, because you have no choice.
Okay, I really expect you to be on my side there, but all right. That's fine.
I am on your side.
Are you? Because you're basically, I have a spot now. It is it is now officially.
Think you're going to lose
my spot? Well, it depends on the questions, doesn't it? And I'm not like the trivia person. That's never been my thing. I feel like I know a lot about sports. I know a lot of anecdotes, but like, I'm
going to smoke them.
I'm interested more like when I talk about stuff and what are schemes, what are plays, what are things that coaches are trying to do to get an edge. The trivia part of it is, hit or miss for me.
Can't go back on it.
Well, I never agreed to.
Don't know. I'm talking to Jeff. You go. I don't want to hear him.
Well,
my wife does that. Everything's over.
But it's also like if I had a spot, you're saying like, no, Ralph gave up this spot to go to Sunday. Then why should I let him have it back over a trivia?
I'm keeping the spot.
Even if I thought I'd crush him,
I'm just keep the spot.
I'm keeping it.
How you can't keep the spot?
I'll have two shows.
No, you won't.
Absolutely.
I will. No, I'm stepping in and saying no to that.
It's like if you gave up the spot, you gave
Ralph
up the spot.
threshold that we have. And
well, the NFL show is going to be very good. They'll like the NFL show. It's going to be a lot of Cardinals. So a lot
I'm squinting at him right now.
It'll be a lot of
trust him.
It's going to be a lot of focus on the Cardinals and their opponent. And then it's going to have, and we're going to have fantasy. We're going to have last minute fantasy with Scott Engel, the King.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be cool to get your last minute Sunday stuff with Scott Engel. I mean, it's going to be a good show.
No, I'm sure it'll be a fine show.
And then we're going to move to Saturdays after that.
I think if we have some sort of contest between Ralph and Keon over that time slot after the Super Bowl, I think Keon needs to agree.
Why should it be up to a contest? Like, if I have the spot already and I like it,
because it amuses me. That's why.
Okay. Well, it's hard to argue with that. I mean,
and we want to amuse you.
I mean, I don't want to, but I will incidentally be doing that. So,
I mean, if I come back to Saturdays and it has to be at 11,
mm-hmm.
I'm not upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll just go live stream at 10.
You see how upset he is?
Push all the audience there, and then we'll go to the radio at 11.
Well, you do that, and I will heavily promote Keon's show and never promote yours.
I'll promote against you. Remember, I have thousands of followers on the internet, so
I'm pretty sure I can. If you want to play that game, I am pretty sure I can win.
He said I will promote against you to the program director.
Yeah,
that's
I know,
funny.
right?
That's great. That's
that was smart. That was smart.
Highly intelligent moves going on here.
Chief Skull says, I saw the dumbest sport televised. It was card jitsu.
Oh, I saw that too. They were doing jiu-jitsu.
I don't get it. I thought it was a big joke, but it was real.
Yeah,
real dumb. What is card jitsu?
They do jiu-jitsu inside of a car. They battle in the car.
That feels like training for date rape.
It looked like it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, what jiu-jitsu just kind of always looks like that. But I do think that that's what it's for, just kind of close quarters combat. But I don't get the television appeal of it. Like,
the cameramen were in there.
I can't imagine enjoying watching it.
Hey, we could do that to decide who's at 10 o'clock.
Yes, jiu-jitsu in the car.
I like that idea.
Put that on the list of ideas.
Well, I'm scrappy.
Why don't we just box?
I used to box when I was your age.
I used to box too.
Yeah. I'd be open to boxing.
I like that. I like that Ralph's got 25 years on Keon.
I'd be like the Mike Tyson. I mean, and he'd be like whatever the guy's name is.
Not at all.
Jake Paul.
Not at all. Because you see, I have, unlike Jake Paul, boxing experience. fighting people who box, if you can believe that.
I did too.
That's what I'm saying. You can be the Tyson, but I ain't Jake Paul.
I've never felt more like Emperor Palpatine.
We could live stream the box. We could live stream it. That'd be fun.
Use your hate, Ralph. Use your hate, Keon. Fight for the time slots. I wish I could electrocute people like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you can't.
Lacrosse guy says, I now like Ralph better, but I don't know what made him like you better. Chosen One says, for the Weekend Warriors, Ralph can let me know if they need a guest host segment. But why would you? Oh, that's right. You guys know each other.
I know him. Yes. We don't work together, but I know.
And it was dead silence.
Is that your brother?
No. He's
like, we could do a guest host segment.
He's a dealer. He's a dealer for Harmon. He's actually a really good guy.
Silence from Ralph.
I was about to do so. I was about to make a really filthy joke there, but I'm glad I didn't.
I'm going to bring in Lacrosse guy and the Chosen One, and I'm going to get everybody on my side.
Yeah, you go, Ralph. Sir Drives a Lot says, yeah, whatever you do needs to be on air. Of course it will be. What's the point of it? It's not. Kyle G says, don't fight over time slots, guys. Otherwise, I'll take the time, and it'll be all memes and dad jokes. I'll tank this station within 2 weeks.
So why do you think that you would be let in the door?
And Kyle G, it's taken me 7 years to tank this station.
Yeah, it takes time.
It takes time. You can't do it in 2 weeks.
And from a weekend slot, you need reps.
George wants to know if you'll finally change the name of the show to Every Rose Has Its Thorn, starring Keon Rose. No, it's a horrible name.
Yeah, there's no chance of that happening.
I like that name.
I mean,
he says, by the way,
it's never
Ralph's
happening.
show needs a new name. Because let's be honest, him, Neil, Mr. AZ Sports, they're not weekend warriors. Don't see them serving our country in the reserves like the real weekend warriors.
We're going to call it Football Sundays.
And also,
George, shut up.
A weekend warrior is somebody who
yeah,
play sports on the weekend.
It's not just
it's not literally an armed service reference. Everything isn't that, actually. You can believe that.
I've thought about doing. No, I'm not going to say it.
Doing what?
No, it's good.
No, you come on.
It's just
you can't say
Come on,
half
talk
the
about
sentence.
me.
And then
Talk about
you feel like sometimes like you're in a war when you're in a room with Neil and Mr. AZ Sports. You feel like you want to kill the guy.
Yeah, I could definitely give you some PTSD.
The show should be called Weekend Warrior, and it's just about Ralph.
Yeah,
and we watch him suffer for an hour every week.
It's
Well, I mean, my original idea when he told me who was on the show was Dorks on Parade. And it just was not.
Well, the beauty of it has been that Keon's had to be the producer and he's had to listen to it.
That's the beauty of it.
There's moments.
There are moments.
Bruno Baller says, Ralph, I'm thinking the Dodgers will not only win the World Series, they won't even get there. Oh, will not only not win the World Series.
I
won't
think-
even get there.
I will say this now. I think when you get into September and everyone's back, you will see the Dodger team that we all expected to see all season, but we haven't been able to because they've been hurt. And that lineup 1 through 8 is just going to be scary. You'll see. It's a different team.
Yeah, like when you said the Seahawks were going to have like a 13-win season. You'll see.
Again, I mean, as hurt as they've been, and they've been hurt more than anybody in baseball this year. They're like 1 game from the best record in the league. Think about that.
That
That's
means we're
scary.
3 games for the best record.
Right.
in the
You guys
league.
are having a great year, which I said you would at the beginning. I did. I said, 92 wins. So I never said the Diamondbacks wouldn't have a good year.
Oh, where's our sheet? Hold on. I wrote all this down, remember?
Yeah.
Beginning of the season. I
Mhm.
got to go through all my oh, look, I got all our yeah. I was just finding all the things we've written down. Here we go.
That's scary.
See here. Did we write it down? Did you write it down?
I don't
we
think
did.
I wrote it
I
down.
got last year's sitting here. Oh no, I wonder if this counted for because it's 23, 24. No, 24. Yeah, this is last year's. No, I got to go.
Randy,
find
I think Randy said like 80 something. You were in the 80s.
it. I was in the high 80s. I
Yeah.
think.
Keon was in the, I think, the low to mid 80s. I said 92.
I think
Well,
I said like 85 or something.
Yeah.
I just hope we
I
get to the
gave
playoffs.
I gave more respect than you guys did.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't
you
ta-
come on
we-
me.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you know you can't be trusted. You know, Bruno Baller says maybe Weekend Wannabes should be the name of the show.
I mean,
I got nothing to say.
I don't know.
Ralph is like, yeah, he's not wrong. Wilbur says, my girlfriend and wait, what? Wilbur, you've got a girlfriend?
He doesn't see her much, but he's got one.
Yeah. How long have you been seeing it? I mean, spending time with her. He says, my girlfriend and I used to do Taekwondo up on Camelback Mountain in the backseat of her car.
No, you didn't.
She means you slap the crap out of you. Lost Toby says, how about Ralph gets no shows? Problem solved.
That's not very nice.
That could be an outcome if like Keon just destroys you. Like you just gone. You're off the air. Niners 1680 says, how about whoever wins more games, Seattle or Washington, takes the time slot? So you're talking about the,
I'd go
the
for that.
Seahawks or the Washington Commandos?
I would totally go for that.
Man,
You
How
wouldn't.
do you
I
feel
would.
about that, Keon?
the Commanders. I don't know what team they have.
Both
I
teams
don't.
are like that, though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing. It's like it could just go either way.
That's a crapshoot. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
When
let's do
Ralph's
it.
all for it,
That- he
that's-
agreed.
say
He
no.
agreed.
No, that's pretty fun. I'm not
Let's
gonna
do
lie
it.
to you.
Let's do it.
That's pretty fun.
You want to do that?
Both teams are in the same
Let's
spot right
yeah,
now.
let's do it. I think that's
Oh,
gonna
wow.
be. Let's do
Done.
it. That sounds more interesting to me than trivia.
That saves him
This-
breaking my nose. So I like that.
This tells you right now that Keon, not sure about the Washington Commandos, but absolutely sure how bad the Seahawks are going to be. That is what this
No, I
tells
don't
you
think
right
he's
here.
saying that.
No, I think they're going to be close.
Okay, virtual handshake. Do a virtual handshake. So there's record
There
of
we
it.
go.
We're done.
Why does it look like you're both doing horrible things?
It's just look. That's my whole hand. Listen.
Ralph's
I
fingers were bent in a little more than they should have been.
Hey, look.
That's Ralph doing that to you.
I
If
don't
it was
think-
Ralph doing it to him, it'd be like this.
Banana? What is that? Get that out
I
of
don't think anyone on this show is big enough for what that would take. So
Speak for yourself.
there. Wow.
Big Jor says, Ralph, shut it. You said the Dodgers were going to win the division by 15 games. Not happening.
I did, but you have to give me some grace because of the injuries. Come on.
No.
You have to.
that's not how that works.
Nope. 0% grace.
All right, well, I lost a bet anyway, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'll,
that's
never,
true.
I'll never pay it.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
never.
there's a
I'll
guy
kill
you,
him first.
there's a guy you made it. That's true. Ralph may call his guy to never to not have to pay up on this.
He will disappear from football Sundays.
So
Guaranteed.
is that really how it is? Because you owe me an expensive steak dinner, which we haven't gotten around
And
to
you're
doing.
still on the radio, which is interesting.
My point is, was that a bet?
It was a bet.
Oh, did I be on the radio still? Oh,
Oh
I
no,
thought it was
that-
something else.
No, I'm
the-
just saying you haven't disappeared yet.
Yeah, well, that's my point. When I try to collect, is that something I got to start worrying?
If you didn't live,
Have a neighbor kid start my
you're-
car?
if you didn't live in New Mexico, you would have already been paid back.
That's a good point.
You're-
Let's get this thing figured out, that the wives and all that.
Yeah, I want to do it, but you live, you have
I
to
keep saying,
drive
tell
6
me when
hours.
and where we'll do it.
Well, you know where it is.
All right, when?
Let's figure it out over the next 2 weeks.
I'll
Let's
tell you
do
what, not this weekend, next weekend.
it. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
See what you can do.
I can do it.
Go talk to the boss.
She's already in.
All right, well, I guess I'll talk to the boss.
Yeah, you can talk to your boss.
And then I'll go talk to Bruce Springsteen, too, for good measure.
He doesn't talk anymore.
Look, he's going to rasp.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He can barely breathe.
All right, listen. Can we come back and actually talk sports? We haven't done anything today. Like, we have done, like, nothing.
It's
Couple-
a Friday,
couple of
and it
stories.
feels like it.
Yeah.
We've done more derailing ourselves than the fourth dimension on a Friday, which is new.
We made a great bet.
This show don't produce itself, so I'd like to use something that I worked on today. Can we do that?
Let's do it.
Ralph is saying
No.
Ralph is like the magic 8-ball. Outlook not good. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, Colton Cowser of the Baltimore Orioles is the betting favorite to win the American League Rookie of the Year. He is at minus 300. Luis Gil of the New York Yankees is plus 500. Austin Wells, also of the Yankees, is plus 600, while Willer Abreu of the Boston Red Sox is at plus 2,000. Over in the National League, Pittsburgh starter Paul Skeens is the betting favorite to win the NL Rookie of the Year. He's at minus 160. San Diego's Jackson Merrill is plus 120. Jackson Churio of the Milwaukee Brewers is plus 2,500 to win Rookie of the Year. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey, you. I knew I'd find you back in the same aisle. What are you looking for today? More fiber, more laxatives, more of the same ways to manage your constipation? Look, if your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C. Ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hello, person listening to the radio. I'm going to tell you about my new Harry's razor while I shave. You hear that? I've got a face full of stubble. It's basically silent. It's giving me an incredibly smooth, comfortable, and close shave. Every Harry's razor has 5 sharp German-engineered blades and a lubricating strip with aloe for extra comfort. And check out this handsome orange handle. Oh, wait, forgot you can't see it. Guess we just have to imagine it. And the best part is, Harry's blade refills are as little as $2 each, which is a fraction of the price of other leading 5-blade razors. Not going to mention any names. And done.
Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com/simple. That's harrys.com/simple.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Pleasure here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, one last thing before we start talking some other sports stuff here. Let's say the Seahawks and the Washington Commandos end with the same record. What is the tiebreaker?
That's a good question.
How about point differential between for and against?
Okay.
All right.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me clean up on the text line, and then we'll go ahead and take care of, some of the things I prepared for the day. Sir Drives a Lot says, "You have entertained me today." Well, by God, that's all we can hope for.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Lost Toby says, "It's going to be a race to 7 wins."
I don't think so. I think they're both going to be better than that.
But 7 wins would be an improvement from last year for the Commanders. So it's new everything. I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sitting here trying to. I feel like, and I'm not being this way just to be this way, but I feel like the Commandos have a better shot at a better season than the Seahawks.
Based on what?
That's the thing.
If you look at rosters, I think Seattle has a better shot.
Yeah,
they're more complete.
I think if you look at coaches, you would say Washington has a better shot just because Dan Quinn's done it before.
Yeah.
Whereas McDonald's a little bit more of a wild card. I like him.
But
I think
boy, does his defense look good. Oh my goodness.
His defenses are
they look
incredible.
Scary defensively right
now. So that I'm
leaning towards the Commandos. But I honestly, just like you guys, I don't know.
I think it's a good bet.
Let's talk about it week 2.
Yeah.
We'll see what's happening.
Week 8.
So good news in the world of sports that I saw today. So I wanted to get on that as quick as I could, and it only took me an hour and a half to get here. Ryan Sandberg, turns out he is now cancer-free. He, legendary Cubs player. There's a statue of him in front of Wrigley Field now. I guess he got metastatic prostate cancer. They took care of it, cleared him out, did whatever they do to fix that, I guess. And now he's got no cancer. So that's at least some good news.
Good news.
Whether you're a Cubs fan or not a Cubs fan, if you're a human fan, then you got to admit that's pretty damn good. The bad news is now, Jaron Duran from the Red Sox popped off and used an anti-gay slur at a game over the weekend. Clapped back at some people heckling him from the stands, and it was just like, whoa, that's a bit much. Not surprising from somebody from Boston. They still use the F word. We stopped using it a lot of years ago, but they keep on going like nothing's changed. And but he apologized and came out and what?
What do you mean we stopped using the F word?
Well, we should have.
Well, we haven't.
No. Not that F word. The one about gay people.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was thinking about something else. I apologize. Because I was like, I'm talking about. Everybody uses the F word.
I was worried there might be some confusion on that.
I didn't realize you meant Finocchio. Okay, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, sure.
It's Italian.
So he came out and said, well, I'm sorry about all that. He got a 2-game suspension, and his game checks will be donated to some LGBTQ plus sort of things. And so now, okay, let's go. But here was the weird thing that happened from all this. And let me just tell you, I just got this story from Fox News. This was not reported by a sports outlet. This was reported by Fox News.
So you're finally getting a credible outlet. Okay, go ahead.
Who seemed giddy about this. They said, Red Sox Jaron Duran has the top-rated jersey on MLB Shop after his anti-gay slur. Wow.
I believe that.
I believe it, but don't you feel like a dork?
It's stupid, but I believe it.
Like, don't you feel like a dork when something like that happens and you just go out and buy a jersey for that? Like
they don't, but
he's anti-gay like me.
Right. They don't.
That's just like a badge of honor for that crowd. You know?
Yeah.
Because Harrison Butker came out and said his stuff, his jerseys went whoop, started selling.
You just like, now don't you feel like a sucker? You bought a Kicker's jersey. Like, come on.
Wow. I think that's the bigger issue, right?
Yeah. No, it's just like you're so.
Who buys a Kicker jersey?
Because I'll be honest. If I even take the politics out of it, if somebody went out and did something that all the lefties like, and you go buy a jersey for that, you're a sucker. Like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that. Like you were so charged up that this guy had all of the same opinions as you. You bought the jersey of a kicker.
I am so anti-gay.
Never
I'm
been
going to wear
so-
another man's name on my back.
It's just, come on, man.
What did the guy do? Did he slur to the crowd?
Yeah, to some people specifically. It was good heckling. They were heckling, and I can't remember what they said. I just remember.
Yeah, they didn't cross the line or anything.
No, not at all. It was clever.
Well, heckling is normal.
Oh, they said he needed a tennis racket because he couldn't hit anything.
And he called him an F.
Yeah,
he turns around and says, "Shut up, you F and Fers." You know, the
like
effing
that,
Fs.
just an absolute escalation from like just mild mannered. You're just not hitting well today. That's all it was.
I mean, I wonder if it was like he said it and went, "Oh crap," or did he say it and just was fine with it?
I think he said he was fine with it until he got in trouble for it.
Which is what I expect typically, right?
Yeah, he's a Boston guy.
You gotta be smarter than that, and you gotta. I mean, come on, dude, that was stupid.
Like, okay, so maybe you're a little twitchy when it comes to people making fun of you. You fire back. You say something you shouldn't say.
Right.
The group of dumbasses who decided that that's the reason to buy your jersey, though, I'll never understand.
You know who actually felt the force and bought the jersey back in the 80s? Eddie Murphy. Because he used that word a lot.
He did. But it was funny back then when he did.
Yeah, but it was the 90s where we were like, oh, we shouldn't say that.
But he wasn't being malicious in the 80s when he did that. Like,
No.
you're talking about Delirious, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like that term, it was used comedically and whatever, and then later on you're like, ooh, we shouldn't be doing this.
It's how
that's
you
not
use,
right.
It's how you use it, right? Eddie Murphy wasn't trying to demean.
There's no
anybody.
good way to use it.
No,
If
but
you
what
go
I'm
back
saying-
and watch the special, you're still going to be like, ooh, don't Eddie.
But it's like, but you also
Eddie.
have to understand the time. Like,
Right, it's about the time.
But if that, yeah, you just don't now, and some of the cavemen that need to catch up, got to catch up.
Lost Toby thinks he found Ralph's truck, his work truck. It's got, let's see here, Carrie Lake bumper sticker.
I don't have a work truck, but thank you.
Uh,
I have a work BMW.
some Trump stuff. You got a Trump flag?
I don't have anything.
Anti-mask.
Which I respect. You buy a politician's flag.
Let's go, Brandon.
I'm not interested in doing that stuff.
It's like you buy
I
a
believe
flag.
I believe in support what I want to support, but the only flags I have are the Seahawks and the United States of America. That's it. And they go together.
Do they?
I knew you were going to say that in a moment.
Anyway, so guess who has reared his ugly head again? And I just was surprised that anybody would hire this person after what went down. So, of course, Harbaugh is off living his life and denying having anything to do with anything, even though he got a 4-year show cause for his activity there with the Michigan, whatever the hell they are. What are they? It's not Spartans. That's
Yeah, the
Michigan State.
Wolverines.
Wolverines. And so Connor Stallions, that was the guy who actually did the deed. Went out and sign stole, had people with him in the outfits of whatever school he was trying to sign steal from. It was just, I mean, they have him dead to rights. Well, now he has resurfaced as a high school defensive coordinator.
That's funny.
What in the hell is wrong with Mumford High School in Detroit that they would hire this guy to work with kids? And I'm not saying he's a molester. I'm saying he's a dishonest son of a bitch.
He's a
They like
cheater.
Yeah. But the school is like, well, you seem like a perfect fit for us. Oh, so Mumford High School, you're a bunch of cheaters. Okay.
That's what I heard.
Fair enough. Whatever. But yeah, I can't believe this guy. Hey, listen, I'm glad he got a job. Everybody should have a job. I'm not trying to make anybody poor here, but what he did, it should have stopped him from ever participating in a football program again of any kind. Let him go down to Home Depot or In-N-Out or someplace and get himself a good job and
Sell
leave the
insurance. I don't
footballing
know.
for people who aren't cheating sons of bitches. That's all I'm saying.
The thing is, high school football coaches, whether we talk about it or not, are not under the same level of pressure as NFL and college coaches, but they need to win.
I want more character from a high school coach because that coach is also teaching your kids about character and some things that matter in life. So I don't want a guy who's a known cheater teaching my kids to be also cheaters.
I understand that. And by the way, I agree. Because those coaches are also teaching the kids that will not necessarily go pro in sports. They'll be doing something else with their life that we all need. And maybe it'd be a good thing if we had people with character doing every kind of job that they'll be doing after they play football in high school. But the fact is, football coaches, even at the high school level, are under pressure to win. And this guy clearly saw Connor Stallions as someone who could help his program. And he went out and they asked him if he hesitated at all. And his answer was, I never really thought about it.
Jeez. And he probably will help their program.
That's the thing.
He will.
Yeah.
In ways that they don't want to talk about.
The only reason you get him is because he cheated.
Yep. Mumford High School in Detroit. Cheating sons of bitches.
There's no NCAA investigation coming to you at Mumford High School.
You got to give him a second chance. You never know.
Do you know who Scott Blumquist is? Was?
Blumquist?
Yeah, Scott Blumquist, dirt track auto racing legend. Imagine Randy would have known.
Randy probably would know, yeah.
He got killed in a plane crash in Tennessee.
Oh, man.
He's only 60 years old.
That's a shame, man.
Yeah, I guess he was killed Friday morning near his home. I guess he crashed into the barn. He has his own plane, and there was a crash on his own property, and he was the only guy in the plane. How much you want to bet that was a heart attack? Because how you just land your plane and then crash into a barn?
Mechanical issue or heart attack.
No brakes? I mean, I feel like you could.
Well, because you've talked about
he has his own airstrip out there.
Your suspicion of small planes.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
always there. Yeah.
So like mechanical issue on a small plane that happens enough.
A lot, yeah.
I just can't think of once you've landed, what is the mechanical issue that causes your plane to race off and crash into the barn and kill you? I think he had a heart attack and that was it, and he crashed in the barn. That's going to be my guess.
It's all kind of on the table with this because it doesn't seem like there's that much more information about it.
Well, we might, if we get more information about it later, I would not be surprised if that was the cause. Outside of that, what are you landing your plane and at the end of the runway you have a barn? like
seems like not the best planning there.
Bad planning.
Unless he keeps the plane in the barn. Then he pull like that's his little hangar. He pulls out from the barn, he takes off, he comes back.
Hit the gas instead of the brake, like a 90-year-old person parking.
I have no idea.
See, I've got a lot of questions here.
I'm just trying to. I'm coming up with any plausible reason why you would have a barn at the end of your runway.
I could probably come up with a good reason, except for I'm still reeling from the fact that Nicolas Cage has been cast to play John Madden in a movie.
What?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't know about this? This ruined our days yesterday.
How is that possible?
So now we've ruined yours.
David O. Russell, the movie director, has casted Nicolas Cage to play John Madden in a future film that spans from his time with the Raiders from 1969 to 1978.
I hope that movie.
He doesn't look like him at any stage of his life.
Maybe when he was 12.
Never.
He also can't. He doesn't have the range to be John Madden.
No way.
Nicolas Cage did win an Oscar, but he's not going to win
that's
for this.
That's not his thing.
And he won that Oscar playing a character that's kind of like Nicolas Cage. Like that's
everything
which
he
is
plays
fine.
is kind of like Nicolas Cage.
That's my point. I agree. And look, I actually don't hold that against actors. If you have one character you do well, you do that, but you don't be John Madden. That's what you don't do.
I can
see piss a lot of people off.
I could see Brandon Fraser maybe.
Not even him. No, Jesse Plemons was the name that came up.
Jesse Plemons
the other day, where he has a similar kind of face and kind of hair kind of thing. Somebody said Will Ferrell even would have been better.
Maybe the guy that played Rudy.
He's not got a big enough personality, and he'd also would need some
he's got the body type now.
He needs some 7 or 8 inch lifts. He's a very short guy.
You're right. Yeah,
remember he was a hobbit.
Yeah, that's right.
And also they're doing it from earlier in Madden's career, though, right?
Still, you don't have to. You still have to. He was always a big guy.
Yeah,
that
even back then he was.
That makes no sense.
0%.
I don't get it.
I mean, who's he going to cast as Lyle Alzado?
It's just that this has to be one of those.
Justin Bieber.
the producer of this movie just likes Nicolas Cage as a person,
probably,
because there's no way there were
dumb
auditions for
By
that
the way,
role.
The guy who is directing this directed Silver Linings Playbook and American Hustle, 2 movies I've not seen, and I don't honestly know what they're about.
I've heard of American Hustle, but
Silver Linings Playbook was.
You're thinking Hustler.
I don't remember the movie very well, but the American Hustle was okay.
He says he was considering Will Ferrell and Hugh Jackman also. Hugh Jackman couldn't have played him either.
Maybe
Wolverine?
Maybe Will Ferrell.
This man is on drugs.
Will Ferrell could pull off the personality and maybe the voice. Put a little fat suit or something.
Yeah, I have to have a fat suit on.
But you've got to do the personality, and I just
he has such a big personality.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what John Madden was.
A specific kind of person has to play John Madden, and just Nicolas Cage isn't it.
That makes no sense. That's horrible. I hope it doesn't get anywhere.
Yeah, I hope it's in movie hell, and they can never get the funding for it, and it never comes out.
But there
Moist one says it should be Kira Sedgwick.
Okay.
I think it's great that somebody wants to do a movie.
She's got more range than Nicolas Cage, so I mean,
Kevin Bacon probably wants to punch you in the face now.
Oh wow.
Mr. Wilbur says Willie Nelson to play Ken Stabler. Why not? Silver Pop says at least Frank Caliendo sounds like Madden. I remember he'd do spots on the pregame. They'd even dress him up like Madden. But Nick Cage,
you know who'd be a great Madden? Randy.
Randy what?
Randy has that personality.
He could pull off the voice. I think he could pull off. But his he's got a too skinny a face to play Madden.
He could pull it off. I mean, the way he does those rants about the Cardinals, I can see. Oh man, he'd be good.
He'd be better than Nick Cage.
Oh, yeah.
I would be better than Nick Cage. Keon would be better than Nick Cage.
It just
without makeup. He'd be better than Nick Cage.
With makeup, which I think would somehow look worse.
Yeah.
You're right. No, you're right. Chief Skull says Nicolas Cage can't even sound like Madden. Cage's voice doesn't ever change.
Yep.
Lost Toby's like, yeah, they should have casted Randy.
He'd be awesome.
Just
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have brought that up again.
It's actually frustrating.
It is. That's
I just stopped the
it's
show
not,
again.
It's not democratic in any way. You have no say.
That's owing somebody a favor.
The only thing we
do
can
have
do
a say. You don't go to the movie.
Yeah, but
you don't ever watch that piece of crap.
It will exist. It will just
or
be
will
out
you watch
there.
it? Out of morbid curiosity.
They're gonna recast. Watch. They're gonna recast. They have to recast.
I'll watch the trailer to see how bad it is, but I'm never gonna watch it.
Like, it would have to be hilariously bad for me to watch it. Like, I would actually laugh in the theater. Otherwise, what's the point?
Moist one. I would rather see Pete Davidson as John Madden.
I don't think he's wrong.
Wow.
Lost Toby says, for the record, I said it first, but I am agreeing with Ralph. It just feels wrong. About he says he texted in about Randy first.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, at 5:40 p.m. So
I didn't hear it. So
neither did I.
I can't see.
We'll take your word for it, Lost Toby. He is an officer of the court, so. But you won't like this, Ralph. He works for the ACLU.
Why wouldn't I like that?
You know why. Chief Skull says Beetlejuice is John Madden. You mean Michael Keaton?
No.
I don't see it
No.
personally.
Too skinny
No
a
way.
face.
Yeah.
You got to have a certain roundness to your face or something.
You need my face.
I'm sorry.
You need Ralph's face.
Yeah,
I have that face. I could be John Madden.
Yeah, that Jesse Plemons works for me.
I'm just saying.
Honestly, I'm actually
Jesse
just mad.
Plemons would be awesome.
I'm
Right
mad
when
that
I-
movie doesn't exist.
When it came into my head because we just watched the Fargo not too long ago.
I wish you produced that movie.
I wish I produced most movies.
I'm glad you don't.
Casting is
You'd have a lot of no, I better not.
A lot of issues.
We're running out of time. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from August 16th through the 19th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hey, you. I knew I'd find you back in the same aisle. What are you looking for today? More fiber, more laxatives, more of the same ways to manage your constipation? Look, if your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C. Ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LANZESS.
With Progressive, you get more than savings. You get access to us through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Jamie. Giving me all these ways to stay in touch so I have no excuse not to. Well, you're in luck, because this guy's in the market for a new BFF.
Actually, all our customers can contact us this way.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
But I am always up for Taco
Pizza!
Get out from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I'm Angela Gonzalez, reporting from Phoenix. We're talking with the community about Phoenix Police Department. Ma'am, what do you think?
Oh, I love them. They're our local heroes. We've had some problems around here with break-ins and people using drugs on the streets. The police work with our community to have a presence in our neighborhood and keep our streets safe.
Thank you, Phoenix Police.
Gracias a la Policía de Phoenix.
Thank you, Phoenix Police. Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite. Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more.
Or
stream us live anywhere
at 1580thefanatic.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I just got an invite to a group called Jazz Hands Media. Like, decline. Yeah.
There's nothing about you that says jazz hands.
No.
At all.
Nothing.
Hey, listen, I support your life choices, but I'm not joining your group. I'm just not doing it.
I think you should have.
You would.
Just for the amusement factor.
Wreak havoc.
And then, find a way to get kicked out.
Yeah, because you'd get kicked out in a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it would not take long. All right, before we get to On This Date in Big Georgia sports history, I want to cover a couple of things real fast. We haven't had a chance to talk about Jake Paul saying that he's going to enter the 2028 Olympics for boxing. Jeez. I wish you would, because he would just get destroyed. Besides, he would never qualify. There's no way he would qualify. He was all upset about how Amari Jones got done dirty there. He thought that the results were not correct. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to enter the Olympics. Hey, I'm sick of waiting for another gold. It's like, what makes you think it's going to be you, man? He's not a good enough boxer to be in the Olympics, is he? I mean, come on. There's like a million other guys better than Jake Paul in actual boxing.
There's a technical aspect, especially to Olympic boxing, because of the gloves are bigger. There's more padding and headgear on your head. There's also the drug tests that I don't think he would pass.
Yep, he's out.
Like there's plenty of reasons why that doesn't work. But yeah, no, you have to be incredibly technically sound to win at Olympic boxing. It's not just a strength game.
Well, then we don't have to worry about seeing him in 2028. If we have any luck, Mike Tyson will take care of it. We don't have to see him again after 2025. That'd be nice.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Dr. Dre is wanting to go to the Olympics, not for boxing. I mean,
just to be in the Snoop Dogg.
Do you not know what he does? No. He wants to try out for the actual Olympics. Dr. Dre shows up. You don't say no.
Is beat making an Olympic sport now?
He's dead ass serious, he says. He wants to try out for archery. Then it showed a picture of him, and in his backyard, he had an archery thing. He's like, "That's it. I'm joining the Olympics too."
Well, you know what? Go attempt to qualify. I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Nothing but an archery thing, I guess. He says, I'm trying out for the Olympics in 2028. Volleyball, basketball, swimming, gymnastics, 100-meter. No, archery. I'm dead ass serious. Yup. He says he's been an archer for decades, going back to high school when he was part of a team. He lost interest for a while, because of, becoming very rich.
Yeah.
And then he's back shooting with his bow and arrow because his son got him some targets for Father's Day and said, I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So he's like, yeah, I got it set in my backyard. And I heard qualifying for the Olympics is 77 feet. Well, I practice at 90, he says. So he's serious.
Yeah.
You know who else did? Gina Davis. Gina Davis was an Olympic archer. She was damn good.
Did not know that.
Didn't know that either.
Yeah.
She's very tall too, so she was also frightening, terrifying. She'd come at you with a bow and arrow. It's like,
she's
God.
frightening in general, but yeah.
She's
scary. You said the Olympics, and I was trying to think, like, what sport could Dr. Dre actually do?
One of the last sports you'd even think of. That he would be like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Archery.
I would not have guessed. Would not have guessed.
Good for him, man.
I hope he does it. That's awesome.
They're doing it in LA.
That
so
would be
great.
Yeah, that's true.
Balboa Park is where they're doing archery.
And the fact that it's LA, You think shooting. No, he's going archery. I would have thought shooting.
It's kind of like shooting.
You know, like that. He saw, I thought maybe he saw the little
OG
Korean guy. Or who was
shooting.
no, the guy from Turkey who was just like, whatever. And then I thought Dre was like, I got this. And he's like, no, archery. That's awesome.
Did we talk about what the Turkish guy said at the
No,
Olympics?
what did he say?
He said, yeah, I don't need all of that stuff. I'm a natural born shooter.
Nice.
Damn right.
Like that's got to be a shirt or something. That's,
That guy's awesome.
that's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm a natural born shooter. What can
I
I
wonder
say?
if he did have the stuff, he had a gold. Maybe he'd had a gold. Maybe a little extra something because he only got the bronze.
Yeah, and apparently he hadn't been shooting professionally for that long.
Yeah, he didn't try that hard, I guess.
So it's not like it was his career. It was a hobby that landed him in the Olympics.
Pretty cool.
And he won bronze.
You know, got a lot of guys in Turkey shoot. So
Yeah.
Dropping the soap says, my cousin has no legs. He's trying out for breakdancing in the next Olympics. Should I tell him?
I don't think they're going to let you ray gun again. So there's also no breakdancing in the next Olympics.
Thank God.
But I tell you what, even with no legs, your cousin probably would have done better than that Australian gal.
Yeah.
Keep hope alive. Silver Pop says, yeah, if Ray Gun can do it, anyone can. Lost Toby says, Dr. Dre can be the next Turkish sharpshooter. Chief Skull says, White Sox up 3-0 on the Astros. Damn you, Dylan Cohen.
I don't know, man. You should be betting. If you're betting, you should just be betting against the White Sox daily.
That bet always makes me nervous, though.
But the thing is, if you do it daily,
you're going to win.
You're going to win more often than you lose. Way more often than you lose. I know this
No, I
because
got you.
literally, I
just
bet
no
against
fun
the
to
White
lose.
Sox every day.
It's no fun to
I'm not
lose.
being hyperbolic. I'm not like exaggerating here. I literally bet against the White Sox every day. And it wins
Diamondbacks-
more often than it doesn't.
Diamondbacks 2-0, right? I'm sorry, 2-1 in the bottom of the eighth right now with one out. So they just got to hang in there. Just got to hang in there.
See, and the Dodgers lost their ace today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Glass now went on the IL.
Oh boy.
They're a curse this year.
Yeah. I think the baseball gods saw the amount of money moving and they were
might
like,
have.
no.
They're just
No.
cursed. It's the
This is
11th
not happening.
11th pitcher this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1890, Bill Phillips became the first pitcher to allow 2 grand slams in the same inning when Tom Burns and Malachi Kittredge take the Alleghenies right-hander deep into an 18-5 loss in the Chicago Colts. I guess it happened again in 1999. Chan Ho Park would do the same thing. And I guess the batter was Fernando Tatis.
Yep.
And here's the other thing about that. It was both times Fernando Tatis. How's that even possible? Let me read that again. Having the distinction of giving up both bases, full home runs to the same batter, Fernando Tatis Sr. of the St. Louis Cardinals. How do you do that in the same inning? How is that? He had it.
Give up 2 grand slams?
So what happened was there was a grand slam. Some other batters got in. Some other batters got in. Then Fernando Tatis came back up in the batting
Oh, my
order
God.
and hit another grand slam.
Yeah, I remember that game.
I'd retire.
One guy hitting 2 grand slams in the same.
I'd retire.
Why would they not pull him?
That's just pull him, retire him.
These two parts of the history thing here. That is why you can't have a thing where there's a limit. You have to keep somebody out there for 6 innings. I know they have a 4-run.
Yeah, which this would qualify.
exception,
You would have done it all
but-
in one pitch. You would be allowed to be pulled literally after one pitch.
I got to keep reminding myself of the exception.
Well, once you give up the grand slam, they can just pull you at that point. You didn't have to give up a second one. So,
Did you hear about that, Ralph? What did you think of that?
That's
That whole
brutal.
6 innings. If you where your starter has to stay in for 6 innings.
It's got to. My first reaction was it's absolutely asinine. But when you start looking into it, I understand
And
what
the
they're trying to
exceptions do
accomplish.
help.
But
The
they're-
exceptions help.
They're trying to save someone's arm, but they're going about it all wrong. It's not the way to do it. There's a lot going on with arms today and the pitch clock and the innings that they do. So they're trying to figure out a way to fix that. And they're trying to promote less velocity and more pitching because all these guys are blowing their arms out by throwing hard. So they're trying to change the culture by doing something like this. That's what the goal is.
Well, we're out of time for this, but I'll tell you what, maybe you'll hear about this on the Weekend Warriors at 10 a.m. tomorrow with Ralph and the other chuckleheads. And maybe you'll hear about this on Without Interruption, Keon Rose at 11 a.m. Or maybe you just mind your own business and stop making eye contact. See you guys Monday. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Wow.
My name is Mary Grace. There are a few misconceptions about Alzheimer's. It's not just memory loss. It's the loss of mobility, the risk of falling.
For more information, contact the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org, sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get